I'm ready.
I'm ready.
This is very rare,
And
actually.
half the hair crunch.
She's very vulnerable right
My
now.
red bone by
Is she
the time
vulnerable,
I
Mister?
crunch. It's like throwing up a brown paper sack to trick somebody about their lungs.
So you're the interpreter,
and
right? What the
mammary glands and lungs dehydrate.
Somebody hit her in the lungs a while back, and it's apparently some man Jamie had jujitsu flipped her.
Yellow brick road.
I didn't know you were playing.
Excuse me?
What kind of situation did she find herself in? Where
Hold
she
on,
got
let her. We're gonna talk about some of that. Just let it go.
That was way too many questions.
Yeah.
I have a lot of answers.
But this is supposed to be going somewhere, right?
Too.
Yeah, there's
is going
there's
somewhere
definitely
nice.
a money shot.
Alright, let's go.
Jiu-jitsu.
Oh.
What the fuck is going on?
Just barfed a little bit.
Wrestling.
Wrestling, huh?
Oh, she's in the hospital right now.
I doubt that very much.
This is her house.
That looked like some hospital equipment for a second behind her head.
She's in a hotel room.
Leslie hates vomit. You gotta regurgitate your booby.
What?
Puppies can last forever.
You're a bully.
Puppies last forever?
Yeah,
You're a bully, man.
like immortal children. Mixed with vampire demons. Beings of light. Hue the color of shade matters. Which one in particular? And then, come on, go the hell up there.
Well, it just goes on like this for a while now.
Get another puke shot.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And we could end it at that.
Is she like on her way out? Like,
I mean, what do
No,
you think?
she was an hour before this was filmed. She was eating what I assumed to be raw hot dogs.
oh, well, raw hot
No,
dogs.
you say
that's
raw. Hot dogs aren't raw, so there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Yeah,
Cold
I've
hot
eaten
dogs.
raw hot dogs a lot.
They're,
Really? They are pre-cooked, I guess?
Yeah,
well, they're
they're
supposed to
like
be
cured or
fully cooked.
something.
Okay. Well, yeah, she was eating cold hot dog.
Okay, well, it's still disgusting as fuck.
When they make hot dogs, what they do is they will cook everything to 155 degrees, and then when they stuff the hot dogs, or they make the hot
saw
dogs,
that Slayer, bro. You better play that shit.
That's not purposely on my on my list. I think it's on her list.
All right,
Watching
so
too many Ashley videos.
maybe I should tell everybody that Ashley Hatcher is Doro's new obsession. And we're gonna get into more of this as time goes on. And surely this will not end tonight, and I'm sure this is gonna end in catastrophe. In fact, for somebody,
as you do.
I just hope it doesn't end in heartbreak for me.
Heartbreak.
Let's go
End in
into.
heartbreak, man.
Let's go.
Because I have
into.
high hopes for this one. I do.
I honestly think it will, but I'll be there for you, Dora. I love you.
Thank you. I love
I'll
you too.
be there for you.
All of you will be invited to the wedding. It will be televised. It will be notarized.
But are we going to be allowed to be there when you consummate it?
Yeah. Well, the CIA. They're going to have to keep tabs on this fucking woman.
CIA, whatever, whoever else wants to come.
She has figured out all the secrets of the world, the secrets of the elite, the secrets of the blood cults, and she is unraveling it before our very eyes. This woman who's all hopped up on schizophrenia, brain trauma, and drugs, and probably demons.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
There's at least 2 demons, probably more.
I'd say it's a rival cult of demons that are literally fighting for supremacy in her psyche and soul.
The 2 rival demon cults?
Before we get too crazy with that, let's introduce everybody. I am Yakov here with Mateo El Distolero.
Hello everyone. I want to formally announce that I'm not doing the bit with Greasy anymore.
We're not gonna have to put you both in the fucking dumpster.
People don't understand what are acting theatricals. Yes.
You're just selling. It's just work. You're working the marks.
I
That's the
was
story.
working, but people didn't like it, so we're not fucking doing it anymore. So
Well, Doro's here.
If you'll sell a bit, I'll buy a bit.
There you go. And we got
It's
Maddie
me,
here. Maddie
Yeah, I'm here.
with a freshly buzzed head.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's
You know-
cool.
dude.
You know who
Good.
you're reminding me of? Pink. From the movie The Wall, when Pink shaves his head and eyebrows.
You're talking about like the female musician. I was like,
No, Pink.
I hate Pink.
Pink.
It's the
Hate
same
that bitch.
thing. Same person.
Yeah,
really.
Pink is fucking base. So take that. You better take that compliment.
No,
okay?
seriously, yeah. Like he in that movie was really
Pink is
fucking
pretty
cool. I really
fucking
liked him.
sweet.
Now
He does a salute. And wears a drip.
we've got Flame Upon Herb somewhere among the living right now.
He's in the
And Greasy
ethereal
may or
realm.
may not be here. Greasy.
I
He's
think
not here.
Flame is
There he is.
beating
There's Flame.
Lot Lizard senseless.
Flame, how many lot lizards had to die for you to be able to do the show tonight?
Not enough.
Never enough blood.
So how do we start this show? I had a bunch of random shit, but I feel like we got right off going on the Ashley train.
Dude, I think we should go hard on the Ashley train.
Well, we're going.
no,
You
guys
guys
know
should have
the
a train
world.
on her.
Tease it a little bit. Tease it a little bit. Tease it a little
Should
bit.
I start with a video?
Either
You
that
guys
or
suck.
either
Come on,
you
give me
or
some.
Doro
The
can
ball is in your
describe.
court, friend.
It's in my court. All right, we're gonna start
Yeah, it is.
with a video of our friend Ashley Hatcher, the woman that Dora will marry. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with it. Let's just do this.
Let's do it. Do the bit.
Ashley.
Let's do this.
Human blood drugs, meth mix cocktail. Angel blood drugs, meth mix
She's a
cocktail.
fascinating woman,
Jesus
honestly.
blood drug mix, meth mix cocktail. Vampire blood, meth mix cocktail. With wind, white heroin, yellow snake rattlesnake venom. Which version do you want? Do you know where they're sold and shit at? Wow! That's Ashley!
All right. So, yeah, there we are. Now what
did you see
about
this
this
video
woman is attractive, Doro? Did I not show it to you guys? I apologize. She said a bunch of shit about blood and cum and demons or
Well, then
something
play it
like
for
that.
us. I want to see
Oh,
this.
all right. Because I
Sorry.
fucked it up for everybody.
You did. You kind of
Alright,
did.
Whatever. You can blame me
God
if you want.
damn it!
If
Yeah.
you're
I
that
am.
weak, if you need a crutch to blame all your fucking problems on, let's do this.
I am disabled.
Human blood
I am
drugs,
disabled.
meth mix
love this
cocktail.
one.
Angel blood drugs, meth mix cocktail. Jesus blood drug meth mix cocktail. Vampire blood, meth mix cocktail. With wind, white heroin, yellow snake rattlesnake venom. Which version do you want? Do you know where they're sold and shit at?
What's this one?
Wow! That's
Holy
Ashley!
shit.
Yeah.
Blood
So,
drugs, meth mix cocktail.
so what about
Dude.
this? Do you want to stick your fingers in, or whatever, Doro?
Why wouldn't you?
It would be easier telling you what I don't want to stick my fingers in, to be honest.
Tell me a little bit about the beauty of the world and the cracks of life.
To follow up on your question, what do I find beautiful about it? It is a deep reflection into all of us. At least people like myself. It's a tragedy. You got your people watching your fucking Squid Games on Netflix, or your fucking Cobras and Chris Chans, and it's all bullshit. It's fucking.
Don't you ever say that about Chris Chan?
It's fucking
Yeah,
bullshit. Bullshit. This is a first-hand account. This is tragedy. This is there's so much going on. It's hard to describe. Once you've done the deep dive, as we here have done, there's so much more to the story. You see a catalog of a downward spiral like I've never seen before.
It's
And there is a melancholia and a beautiful aspect to it. Yes,
Well-
it's depraved. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it makes me angry at times. But you know what it does that most shit does not. It makes me feel.
Makes you feel good.
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel
Makes you
Actually,
sad.
it makes me feel good.
It
All right.
makes me think and
I
feel.
got 2 questions for you, Doro.
Here's
2
I
questions.
one for
It-
one thing
it's-
before we go any further, Matt. I want to keep those in mind. I have fucked up stupendously, hugely tonight. Well, I got fucked by YouTube again. It took no time at all for reusing content. I have been demonetized. I had to look into that real quick. We had to stop the recording so I could see what the fuck was happening. Yeah,
Shame.
I am still a poor man. God damn. If you want to give me money, go to yakovalive.com, hit that merch tab, because apparently it's the only way you can fucking pay me. It's garbage.
Give Yak
whatever
up
the
your
fuck.
money
Just do
now.
it. Just don't bitch. Just do it. All right. We can go
Give
back
him the
into
Give
our
me
friend.
a money.
Can you go back into our friend Ashley?
Looks like the stream is down as well, buddy.
Don't be a bitch. Looks good on my end. I closed the original stream. Let's just keep going with the content. Everything is fine. Matt, did you have anything? Anyone want to say anything about Ashley, our girl? before
Yeah,
we go
I
any
had
further
2
with it?
questions for Doro. First off, I was going to ask him if she had a cloaca.
She does not. I could imagine it is a pussy with many safety pins.
Well, that's
Pierced.
fine. Drink time, guys.
I'll drink to
Let's
that.
do it. Let's do it.
Alright.
Now I see what Dora was talking about. He wasn't getting enough screen time for the
Let me-
people.
let
But
me
I
get
think I'm
something.
giving you and Maddie equal screen time.
Second question
I'm cut. What?
was I can't remember it now. I was just focusing on the cloaca thing. Sorry.
All right,
Chloe
so
said it again. That's right.
first things first. Credit
I'll
where
think about it
credit is
later.
due.
Yes.
Doro, how did you find out about Ashley Hatcher?
I found out about Ashley through a mutual friend. A friend of the show. A friend
You
of the
can,
people.
I think you can name him. I think that's good to go, right?
I
Yeah,
found
give him
out
credit.
through our friend Conrad, who
I love Conrad.
decided, Doro's a sick man, and he would enjoy this content. So I've known about her for a while, about a month or two, and
So-
I saw a video or two, and I wasn't that emotionally invested in it, and then I gave her another shot, like last Saturday
Another
or
shot?
something, and something clicked. It was love at first sight, and
Now Doro has a
It-
sick fascination. Almost, he's a
It's a-
gang stalker.
I don't know if I can legally say this over the internet, but yeah, packages have been sent, and
She did it.
Look,
packages have been
the
sent.
Mudvayne shirt has arrived.
Oh
Mud-
no.
Mudvayne has sent her something, and we'll see. I'll keep you guys.
All right, so Doro has a
on
sick
that.
fucking obsession with some drug-addled whore. We get that
Yeah.
point.
As
Now-
you do.
You,
But
you
it-
should you should
it's
try to
so
get her to do a
more.
mukbang.
A
Oh,
mukbang?
yeah,
Yeah,
mukbang.
mukbang. Get her to
The
do a
Mudvayne
mukbang.
mukbang.
Straight on
Skinwalker
hot
mukbang.
dogs or something. Oh, let me tell
Well, we're
you
gonna
this.
get to the food posting.
Let me tell you, yeah, there's many a food post, but let me tell you this: a video posted earlier today. She was eating the rankest, most piece of meat I've ever seen. I imagine it was a pig foot, like it looked like a mummified pig foot, and she's
Dry
just
out Bigfoot?
dry. It was very
Mummified
dry.
Bigfoot.
Dry
Yeah.
and jerky like, and there were not hoofs but like little claws like pigs have, and fucking fingernails, and she's there picking at it and chewing on it, and then earlier, about an hour ago, she posted a video Just woofing down cold hot dogs, and then we got to see a little vomit action going on too. And
Beautiful.
It's a fascinating ride, roller coaster of emotions. For me, it hits me, and I feel it, and
Now
I want you people to feel it too. But I don't want you to mock her.
We had been doing some digging, and now we found like a Facebook page, and we're going through the Facebook page, and we find like other weirdos commenting.
Yeah.
Now, the fucking, I almost shit my pants. I click this one guy's link, and I'm going through his fucking Facebook page, and what do I see? He changed his cover photo to the logo of Sirius Cyrus. Who, if you remember, he did the original Skinwalker tapes intro theme, Nephilim Rising, a very good song.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here thinking like I've uncovered the cabal of gang stalkers, the people who are stalking me, the people who are stalking Ashley. They're stalking us all, and I've uncovered the ring. They've subbed to me because that's how I found Sirius Cyrus. He had just subbed to me, and I reached out to him because he was a musician. But then
it's a cult. It's like the Finders.
I fucking ask Cyrus. I email him, and I ask him what the deal is. And he says immediately, he says that this is one of the worst cases of demonic possession that he's ever seen.
Wow.
He says that he doesn't know anything about these people. It seems like the guy who had the Sirius Cyrus cover photo is just a weird occultist and he's also just like a petty criminal because we have his mugshots and shit for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it seems like he might have just had an obsession with the concept of Sirius, the star, like in an occult sense, and was just downloading shit. So maybe it's not the gang stalking ring, but there's something weird going on here.
I'm pretty sure it's a gang stalk.
Her fucking her goddamn channel is full of comments from like weird channels with like a channel with like a ton of subscribers but like no interaction. I saw a ton of weird channels that are just commenting on her shit.
So
maybe it's just like me with my weird channel. I don't know.
The more I watch it, the more I realize is what's going on. And unironically, what I'm imagining is she is indeed a targeted individual. I believe she's exposed to demons. She's been ritually abused. She's a part of humiliation groups and rituals. Her brain is being fried by microwaves, and it's just all-out warfare in this woman's psyche and her soul.
You need to get her on the Alex Jones show.
I don't think she could formulate sentences. You could not speak to her in a normal way.
Well, speaking of which, I think that brings us to our next video, one where she is more coherent and like probably some of the most coherent shit that's on her channel. And that might be interesting to go to now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit it.
Is this her in the shed?
I understand the working person and not watching
now she's in the kitchen.
you every second of the day. I want you to watch your entire
Ashley's
playlist
in the
today,
kitchen, and I know.
and I want you to do your chores, and I want you to walk me through it as much as you can, making this meal. Show me how you like your turkey. And
who the fuck is she talking to? Herself?
Her audience.
No, she's not. She's talking about making
videos.
She's talking about. I think she's talking about the food she's about to make, and she's telling herself to go do it and do it right. That's what I.
Well, she also suffers.
Well, it sounded like she was talking to us.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
No, she's definitely not. It is once again a very complex situation. There's ADHD, PTSD, bipolar disorder, multiple personality disorder.
That's not even talking about the demons.
There is also schizophrenia extreme, and then you sprinkle in what I have perceived as two cabals of demons, at least two, waging warfare for domination of your soul. And you see these demons fighting each other.
She does seem very conflicted at points, and it's really strange.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. Red Sea in the chat saying that he wants crackhead ASMR mukbang and that she's the perfect woman. And brother, your comments are getting hidden unless I hit live chat. That sucks. You two be on some gay ops tonight and fucking everything up. Fucking Jacob McGill says Doro made me vomit. Thank you.
I will.
I gotta say though, Doro, real quick.
Yes.
Do you think that? Well, I'm not even gonna say it.
Why?
So, Cloaca.
Ask away. All right, I'll drink to that.
I'm gonna get too wasted.
I will counter that with, what do you look for in a woman? You look for a woman who listens, who talks, who can cook.
when I'm talking about talking, I don't mean say, David, piss, come, I don't wear panties.
You know, a woman who likes the little critters of nature.
Wait, she doesn't wear underwear?
She
Fucking
does
based.
not wear underwear either.
Based. Hell yeah. Let's get back
We're
to
gonna have
this
many
video.
videos. This isn't going to be the end of
There's
this.
a lot. There's about 1,400 alone on one channel.
1,400?
On
I
one
think it's-
channel. She has about 4 of them.
All right, let's go on with this video.
Dinner time!
Attention, stepdad Thomas James Frederico.
Frederica?
Behold
Stepdad,
your
not
daughter
related.
Oh.
Behold your daughter.
in complete submission and honesty.
I think she's a Muslim. She's submitting to Allah.
Mashallah.
Okay, here's the turkey. We'll fill it up with warm water. Now we
There you
gotta
go.
mush it.
Rub it around.
We
Touch
gotta
that
mush
turkey
it
in
until
water.
It's not regular
The one
texture
video.
anymore.
Oh no.
Without heat.
Okay, let's just pause it right here. And I want to make sure people who are just listening to this and not watching it are getting the picture. This is a pot, just a fucking like, I don't know what do you call this fucking pot? It's not a very big pot. It's in the fucking sink next to the moldy mushroom like menstrual blood rag. And she has her hands in this pot that's full of water and turkey meat, and she's just mashing it together until it looks like bubble gum.
No, but you have to say, it is not like a dash of water. It is 90% water, 10% turkey meat. So it turns into a pink liquid.
Slurry.
Not like a slurry. Exactly.
We gotta use the most disgusting word we can fucking think of here.
Blurry.
Continue, please.
Not the
I am
fuck.
fucking shocked and appalled.
I hope everyone in
Doro,
chat
this
is
is
enjoying that
disgusting,
sweet
John.
fucking turkey ASMR.
I am. I have multiple times already.
You know, it's all frothy. Is there like dish soap in that too?
I was thinking that maybe fat could just do that, but
No, it's residual
You'd have to
chemicals.
cook it down. You would.
rolling it in her fingers like Play-Doh for some fucking reason.
Well, she's breaking it down.
I understand.
Dude.
It really does make sense. This is what I do.
No, none of this makes sense. This is bad. What? Ew! What you dumb fucking bitch? Oh god.
Easy there, pal.
Asterio
Sorry,
says, looks
sorry.
like it's been soaking for a long time given how fast it's disintegrating.
And then the water
touches
from
the-
the rag goes in the fucking pot.
We gotta make
Put it
sure
on
the
the
fucking
stove.
turkey juice makes contact with everything, including the rag, including every appliance in the house. That
Bam,
them
number
hands be
7.
disgusting.
And we're gonna put all this iceberg lettuce in there. And we're gonna
Okay.
put a whole tomato
Why?
in there.
The first time I watched this
Why?
with Doro, he's like, is there any recipe that calls for this? I'm like, no, you
We're
idiot.
gonna switch back and forth between a
I don't
little bit
know.
of garlic
It's
salt,
like a can you pause it?
spicy
Can you pause
brown
it?
I
mustard,
can. Give me
What?
and
Go
brown
on.
sugar
Mustard.
without
It
molasses.
is a classic textbook witch's brew. If you could imagine the witches in the ye old times.
You take the cauldron and you put the meat in it and you get it all bubbling and toiling and troubling, and then you put the lettuce in to boil the lettuce.
Am I right though? It's
I
fucking
guess,
textbook witch's brew, dude. Another thing, why do I like her? This woman 200 years ago, maybe less, would have been the wild woman in the woods, speaking to herself, yelling to herself, trying to divine the world. This is a modern day witch. Okay?
Dora, how cool would it have been if we could go back 200 years and just be us? That'd be cool, right?
I'd love it. Love it. Us moment.
Us
Total
moment.
us moment.
Let's go on with it.
No, but
Continue,
like,
please.
this is so bad.
We're gonna have Taster's Choice French roast coffee
You put the coffee in it too, don't forget.
What?
and original Ruffles potato chips.
Let's go. Let's
And this is
go.
what we'll be
Okay,
eating
well,
for a
now
whole
the
week.
chips.
We have olive oil and sea salt and cornmeal. How long is this gonna take? It's gonna take too long. What do? You
Too
drain
long.
it. You drain it when it's done. And
The turkey meat's going on the
Dump it
ears, on the
outside.
wounds on her face,
She's
the
touching her
nosy eye.
wounded
off
face
and
with her
bring it back
turkey
in,
hands. Her raw
and
turkey
you put it on
hands.
cold water and you rinse the meat.
This is my favorite part.
You fill up the meat.
This is important stuff.
Get this fucking tub. You put
fill
your
up the
turkey
meat,
trash in it with raw meat
and
on
you
it.
put
You
all
put
the
the
lettuce
lettuce
in there, and you
in
fill
the
it
bag,
up,
in the pot with
you
the
rinse
turkey
it
meat.
off,
And
and
you
you
put water
take
on
it
it.
outside and you dump it out again with
That's it.
cold water.
Simple stuff.
This is what the recipe calls for, after all.
This is the most simple way to make this.
Make turkey salad, no dressing.
And that way the lettuce
Ew.
melts in with the meat
It melts?
while it's still hot, and
It's
you're
gotta
rinsing it with cold
render
water.
down.
But you've dumped all the oil out.
Gotcha.
You can rinse
What?
it 3 times if you want to, but then it will get cold. I bought the 93% lean. And then after that, you chop up your tomato
Oh, yeah.
Chop, chop, chop.
and you cut diced tomato cubes and you put
Dice,
it in
dice,
there
dice.
Notice
and
how
you
the tip is
sprinkle.
broken off that.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
it's like almost
put
like
your
she's been
food into
stabbing
your
things with
bowl,
that knife and
you
it doesn't have a
sprinkle
point
garlic
anymore.
salt on that,
We
and that's
noticed
how you
that.
eat it. And what else do you do with it? If we make turkey another day, we start off the same as this, and we cook it halfway,
Half slurring.
and we fill up a pan with oil,
All right, I want one of y'all to
and
do
we
this
use the
tomorrow.
cornmeal,
Do this
and we
recipe.
roll
I want to
meatballs.
see a sane person.
We get some
do
half
this.
raw meatballs.
I might
Impossible.
actually
Roll
do
it in the
You're looking at
cornmeal
the wrong
and put it
fucking
in the pan
crowd
with
then.
the olive oil.
It requires
And
a
it makes-
a
it
certain
tastes
amount of
like McDonald's
insanity
chicken
and
nuggets,
genius.
And we get the spicy brown mustard
wild.
and the brown sugar, and we mix
Tastes
it together.
just like chicken
and it
nuggets.
tastes
And
like
brown
McDonald's
sugar?
chicken nuggets
What?
with honey mustard. And I won't ever eat McDonald's again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I
same.
can use chips
yeah.
to make a sandwich out of it. Okay, thank you, Ashley.
No, thank you, Ashley.
All right, so the last.
See, this is
ingredient
my
that
point,
she
Flame.
talked
She
about
was
adding
not
was
talking
brown
to the
sugar.
crowd. She said, thank you, Ashley. She's talking to her damn self.
Yes.
No.
Well, one of her avatars, I assume. Because that's what's going on. It's multiple avatars.
Are you
There
muted,
are
Flame?
n-
We can't hear you, FYI. Go on.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you,
I
not
can hear
Flame.
you.
Matt.
Oh, well, Flame is fucking beating up poor women at a truck stop.
Yeah, Flame's like
We
racist.
can't hear you.
Leave the
Try
women
again,
alone.
Flame.
Leave them alone. If
All right,
Flame
so-
would come into contact with her, he'd probably kill her, dude. And that's why Flame will
That's
not
what I would
get
do.
her
Put her out of her
address.
goddamn misery. Fucking, she is Legion, motherfucker. Send her flying off a cliff or something for her own good. Into the
Yeah.
crevice with you, onto the rocks, the jagged rocks below, dude.
I don't support that. I don't support that.
No, like she's off a rocker. And
Too far gone? Too far gone,
She's
you
pretty
think?
far gone. Pretty far gone. Yeah, sucks. But I mean, it is what it is.
Flame.
I know. We need you to unplug
are you
everything
talking
and
to,
plug
huh?
it all in. We cannot hear you. There's no audio
Flame it-
going for you.
Flame
Unplug
is
everything,
really-
motherfucker.
Flame is really.
Yo,
fucking...
do you hear me?
There you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
there he is.
That's fucking weird.
It
So-
What do
is.
you got to say?
Fuck. I was saying a whole bunch of shit. Now I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Go ahead. You have the floor.
God damn it.
You have the peace pipe.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I gotta hit it first.
Gonna make
Is
me
there
go
meth
on more
in that pipe,
videos.
dude?
I don't know, dude. Like, to be honest, like we were saying that one day, like, she's definitely
It's a wild one. dude.
oracle. Like I was talking with Matt the other day. Is that sometimes when people take certain substances, that it triggers like special abilities in some people. And her psychosis, she could probably be like fucking oracle, as we
To
say.
me, She is a void, a open door, a portal,
Yes.
if you will.
Yes.
After that much
Yeah.
schizophrenia and that much brain trauma and that much drug abuse, her, the person that people remember her as, is gone. Something else took the place of that because she lost total sight of herself. That's why when we have like earlier YouTube channels of her when she's looking like almost like a normal fucking person, and the thing is, there's people in the comments, and the people commenting are people who knew her in the life she once had many lives ago, and they're leaving posts that sound
Many.
much like you would leave on like a dead friend, like, I miss you, I wish you were here, I wish you could see this, I wish, it's something like that. There are things like, I wish I could give you your sunshine back, and like these are people who know she's gone. The girl they knew was gone, and now she's a raving meth lunatic.
Well, I got two. Things.
Oh,
No, Flame, dude, please go on.
No.
Why do you motherfuckers talk?
So, like, what? God damn it! Like what I was saying, like I like this is like kind of. I'm just waiting for her to with another name for herself.
Say that again. You're cutting out, dude.
Like this is reminding me of like a golem, like kinds of she's gonna give herself a name or something like that because like golem used to have a fucking other name.
Yeah.
And then they changed that. Yeah, they changed identities over time.
Yeah.
But like it depends how far because like you're saying that she's talking to herself in third person. That's obviously her. She's
that's not third
perceiving
person.
herself.
No, that's not third person. What is that? Like,
it was that
second
first person
or some shit. No, she is saying like, thank you, Ashley. She's saying, Ashley, you were going to cook this and you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying earlier. Yeah. She's making commands at herself, basically.
Yeah, she's observed outside of her own perception. Which, to be honest, I do that too sometimes, which is kind of weird. I do that. Yeah, I do that too.
Now
I gotta take care of Kevin.
Can I tell you my newest theory is that she's actually being very saintly. She understands her condition. She understands the warfare going on in her. So she's opened herself to these demons so that they need not oppress other weaker people.
Oh God, that's what it is. It's a benevolent act.
She has taken on multiple demons at one time, like and she binds them to her soul. And
I get what you're saying.
Drives them down to hell, and she is a hellbound saint.
I get what you're saying, but I want to like toss my little thing in here real quick. For me, like Doro, I understand what you're saying. Like you kind of like connected with her in a little bit because she's very very fucking fascinating. She really is.
I do.
And there was that one stream of consciousness video that she did, and I was listening to it, and I was just like, "Wait, what?" Like she said a couple good buzzwords, I guess. I mean, you would hear, and no, but I think finding out that she did, like, she had the car wreck in 2009. I think was that it? 2009 car wreck.
Yeah, but that only fucked her legs up in her pelvis.
And nothing to do with up here.
There was another incident where she was like beaten senseless and head trauma happened that way.
Okay.
Well, we found like old Facebook pages and shit like that where a lot of the posts she seems totally sane. Then there's an odd post every once in a while where it's like, what the fuck is she rambling about? And what we found out, it's pretty clear that like she was young. It was probably her early 20s. Schizophrenia started setting in as it does. She was a mother. She lost her kids for whatever reason, which seems to be tied to the mugshots that we found that were about like child endangerment or something like that. And then at that point she moved and probably got addicted to drugs heavily. And that's about the time she became the portal, just with Satan's name on it. With an arrow
but also before, I was just gonna say, like, she did have the head trauma stuff, so I mean, maybe things got kicked in a little bit too hard. And
Look, I don't think the head trauma was probably a result of being a fucking schizo, if I had to guess.
Okay. All
Because
right.
the schizophrenia seems to show up much earlier in the timeline, which I think is all that's really required. I'm sure the drugs didn't help. I'm sure head trauma didn't help. But this is a fucked up individual
Never
who's
does.
born to be a void.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
and
this
give her
this is
40
like a this is like a aspect of like the whole possession thing. Is the schizophrenia puts you in an ability to communicate with who knows what it could be. It could be jinn or whatever you may believe. But like in shamanic traditions, like schizophrenia is a sign of those chosen to be a shaman. So yeah, so like the schizophrenia, like it's not that, because like we have a lot of people who are famous who did a lot of great things that you'd be surprised to have schizophrenia. Yeah, you'd be surprised who actually has it.
I mean,
Some people live very normal lives.
It's a
and you never
spectrum, as
know.
all things are, and then these labels are somewhat arbitrary. They're only there for us to organize. So different, it emerges differently in different people. But there is, you know, and I've known people who were fucking very schizophrenic. That would fuck. And here's the thing: I knew a guy who supposedly his schizophrenia kicked in when he went on a trip to Amsterdam when he was in his early 20s once again, and he did some weird pills. And like he went crazy in Amsterdam and had to call for his parents to come to Amsterdam and like pick him up.
Oh shit!
And that's supposedly when it really kicked in for him. But this guy, he kept doing drugs for whatever reason. You smoke a bowl with him, he'd stare at his hands for 2 fucking hours. So it can definitely wreak havoc on a motherfucker, no doubt about it.
I have learned certain terms, psycho or schizoactive, coffee, nicotine, methamphetamines. These are all very schizoactive
things.
So literally all of my favorite things. So what does she do? What have I noticed her doing in her videos? She brews most likely the strongest coffee you've had in your life. Smokes copious amount of methamphetamines, and you toss in sleep deprivation and an already pre-existing schizophrenia, and it is quite an intense thing because for the crowd and the people listening, the videos we've shown you are her most coherent videos.
Not that first one. That first one was not her most coherent video.
Yeah, but still, it gets way worse.
Well, are you ready to get a little worse?
Are we doing that? Are we doing it?
I'm wondering how that food affects your diet.
All right, let's get into that bit a little
lean
bit.
turkey with.
Yeah. You do be looking.
This is
the turd of the day.
This is the turd of the day.
Oh god.
You enjoying this? Are you enjoying this, chat? Am I allowed to do this on YouTube?
Bruh.
It's on YouTube.
Bruh.
All right, hold up.
Tilapia?
So she's listing off all the things that equal that poop that she's showing on screen in her toilet bowl.
Chicken breast?
She's an agora, dude.
Plain Lays?
Yeah, she is an agora.
Brown spicy mustard, kale. Orange marmalade. Coffee, white sugar. Gatorade. Disgusting. No sugar. Sparkling
right.
water.
That looking at the demons. Jesus
No, it's
Christ.
Yeah. I saw it
All
there.
Listen.
microwave. And rinsed.
It's definitely.
in
I'm
cold
definitely
water
pissed.
after they were cooked. Taking linzest. That's not a linzest poop. Linzest makes shit and diarrhea. Well, I mean, the whole lettuce comes out of my butt. If I stop taking it, I take it again, and then it evens out, and it mellows, and it comes as soft stool,
Soft
nice.
stool.
not running stool.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
This is a turd.
Yeah. This is a turd.
She's right. I can't
There's
argue.
almost conviction in there. This is a turd.
That's
This is not running stool. It's
She's
not
so
soft
fucking
stool.
weird.
This is
Doro is in love with this woman, and I want to reiterate that.
I mean, I kind of get it. Honestly, I do kind of get it.
Now, can I point something out? In the turd shot, there's
We gotta go back to the turd
she's-
shot. Do I really have to?
No. She's standing up, right?
Yeah.
There's no toilet paper in the toilet bowl.
That's a
Take-
clean shit.
It's a clean pinch. It's a clean pinch.
She did the bit.
We did find that one image. Oh, I wish I had it on hand. I could probably finagle it up. That image of. Oh, can you guys just ramble about her for a while while I get this image? I don't want to miss
I'm gonna go
this.
get a beer and I'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
well,
Matt. That's very fucking useful to me right now.
It's the opposite of what you just asked.
So where to start? There, like I said, there's so much going on. This is a very complex woman, as we all are. We all
We're all
are so
complex
complex.
women.
We're all very complex creatures, and that's another fascinating aspect of this.
He's just disgusting. He's just a sickening individual. That's all Doro is.
What? Are you talking about?
There-
Oh,
And the fact is,
there's-
Doro is worse than her because she doesn't know what she's doing. The demons. here.
no, Doro's kind of cool though. I like Doro.
Busby in chat says Doro's best boy. So
All right, so I got this image on screen. It's very important that I let
I love you,
everybody know.
Buzz. I love you.
Here is what's going on in the bathroom. This image is amazing, but I can't. I'm trying to convey it in words. It's hard.
It's a toilet
We got
picture.
we got the toilet full of dookie and many dookies, as if she hasn't been flushing in a long, long time. We have her standing seemingly on the seat of the toilet taking this picture, but I don't know what's going on because it barely looks like she's making contact. So I feel like she's hanging on to like the ceiling fan with one arm, doing a pull up and taking a picture of the shit and the
With
poopy
her
with the other.
toes.
It's cat-like reflexes. It's an
Unreal.
apex predator move.
Unfucking.
Oh
real.
yeah, the whole like crackhead thing. You'd be surprised how far they could push themselves.
I was gonna say yes.
Now, unfortunately,
Hey.
I can't see the picture in here. But if I remember correctly,
It's on YouTube.
does she have the wire on? Because she seems to be partaking in some sort of trailer trash.
No, we got
shibari,
some
like a Japanese
we got
bondage.
some denim shorts going on in this picture.
Oh hell!
We got a great view of her blown the fuck out stomach.
Oh, that fucking wrinkly ew.
It's fucked.
I
This is what
wonder
Doro
like
wants
with
to do with his time.
I wonder I wonder
Hey,
what
he,
the rates
he,
of that
he
one.
has good taste. Come on.
One of the previous videos I've seen, she is talking to one of the Ashleys, and she says you have to remember to flush the toilet.
Mhm.
You gotta remember flush the toilet. So clearly,
Well,
this is an ongoing.
It's not an easy thing to keep in mind, to be honest. It's
Doro, I have
No,
a
and
really...
look, sometimes you know, if it's yellow, be mellow. If it's brown, you know, look around. If anybody's around, you know, you
But
flush it.
Doro, I have a
I-
really
if
if
important
it's
question.
brown, suck it down.
Doro, I have a very important question.
Yes.
Do you think one of the Ashley personalities has a cloaca?
I believe one of the Ashley personalities has every hole you can imagine.
Everybody drink.
I
I'm
could
ready.
imagine one of
Dude,
them
you
like
bastard.
actually like being like a mom figure to her and like scolding her in her head. Because that's- yeah.
her-
This is
her
worse than
mother-
Psycho, bro.
Her mother is a very ancillary character in the Ashley lore so
Ancillary.
far. You never hear about her mother. Sometimes about her father, who supposedly has schizophrenia as well. Surprise, surprise. But
Yeah.
her mother is a very small part. But as far as I've ascertained, mom and dad are together,
And just very disappointed.
and they have gone their own way.
So I want to address, we got
so-
Professor Volts in the chat. It was actually Sirius Cyrus, not Zurius. That's a different guy. Sirius Cyrus was somehow implicated in this gang stalking shit that's going on. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. I like the dude, and if I invited him to the Discord to come talk because he seems like a very interesting guy. But it went full circle in my research when I found Sirius Cyrus shit on there. That was crazy. In her comments and profile.
It was from a biker, some sort of random
I
biker.
remember when we were actually like looking through all of her shit, and I saw that. I was just like, wait, hold on, wait, what? It was so weird. But
all right,
I mean,
so we're trying to, I don't know, maybe she'll come on this show sometime. We're thinking about letting her on, maybe.
not a good idea.
Do we have
Not
any
a
more
good-
content for Ashley, or should we give it a rest till fucking next week or whatever?
I think we should give it a rest. Personally,
Nothing left to say, Doro, about your love?
I could talk.
tell us about your woman.
I could talk forever, but I'm not gonna talk. I'm very hesitant to keep speaking about her in this way because it's not very nice.
I remember
Okay.
something.
What do you
I remember something
mean? What
I was
did you
gonna
want to
say.
do? You invited me into a Discord call to gang stalk a demon-possessed meth addict.
That's between us, between both.
Well, hold on. I actually remembered something I was wanting to say about her.
I did see Sneed comment in her YouTube video, and I'm assuming
Well, you
Well,
learned about her
our
from a
guys.
shitlord.
the trolls have taken a bite.
We're not the first. Here's the thing: we're not the first to
And
cover
they're
Ashley, but
they're sneeding her and they're feeding
something
her.
tells me that we are going to be covering her more thoroughly than anybody else.
Yeah, so
Yes.
there's just sit back, enjoy the ride, keep her in your mind, your thoughts, and your prayers, because she'll undoubtedly be back. Because there
true.
is I hope there's gonna be a big surprise in the next few weeks. By October, what is it?
He's looking for his own Chris Chan moment.
Yeah, I'm
Something like
trying
that.
to get in there. I'm gonna show you. We'll see.
Um,
We'll see. We'll keep you posted. That's all I got.
Well, I was gonna say something real quick about this girl. Like we were the night. Sorry, what was that? The night that we were watching Attack of the Killer Clowns, we played the videos of her. Was that? Yeah, and like she was saying some like really coherent but like really esoteric stuff. It was weird. So
Let's put
don't
it this
know.
way: she has fucking ties to like Aryan Brotherhood occultists.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it was really weird. Like
We're not even into that shit yet. There's deep
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah.
Aryan
okay, so what's
Brotherhood's
that for?
involved. There is Satanists with pictures we've seen on Facebooks what appears to be human thigh bones.
Yeah, I saw that.
And not to mention her fucking shed of, morbid oddities. She has a shed in
Their
her backyard
mummified wolf dog.
that is filled with sight.
Wait, her dog died?
Yeah, now it's
Whatever.
in the shed.
There's been accusations of gang stalking that her dog was shot and killed, and I was a little dubious to believe it.
She had the one post that said,
skeletons.
I
I've seen
told a
skeletons.
sniper who worked for the city police to, if they ever see my dogs off a leash, shoot them on sight. That's
I'm-
like a post.
The
I'm telling
snipers,
you.
like they just have motherfuckers just posted up randomly
Posted.
throughout the city.
Dog do be
Yeah.
big.
It was
Poor
it's
dogs.
a big fucking wolf dog. She is.
I know what
the
those look
wolf
like. My
mother.
neighbor used to have one. They were really fucking cool dogs. Man,
I wouldn't want that
that's
motherfucker.
crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Foxen
Yeah.
says we should get into this. We have been getting
Oh, we're in.
deep into it. I am in it. I'm in it. I'm in it.
Well, the
We're
problem
gonna see
is
where it
I
goes.
don't want to bust my nut quite yet because there's still mysteries to be uncovered here. At one
Yeah,
point, we're
Foxen
going to
says,
do.
why move on from it?
Well, because we're planning an entire like the chronology of her life, dude. We're gonna fucking have a Geno Samuel documentary about her at this fucking rate. We gotta make sure we tell the full story. Tonight is merely the introduction. We have to do the whole story arc eventually. And there's
We did
the whole
the
thing's there.
trailer. We did the trailer, and you guys are gonna have a lot of more fun when we actually do the real reveal.
Yeah, I mean, we have uncovered arrest records of multiple people involved in this, Facebook posts, multiple channels, and it is fascinating.
It's fucking weird.
Judogi says that they said most of her videos are pretty incoherent, and yes, while they are, they're also very interesting. And that's what I'm saying, is that for somebody this schizo who compulsively posts their fucking demon soup onto the goddamn internet, like, you get the full view of this person. So the story has to be told from point A to point B. You can't just fucking skip around on this one. I'm telling you, there's too much information to do that.
And she is very fascinating. Like, we've watched enough videos to know how fascinating she is. She's up there. She's up there.
I've probably consumed a good 40 hours of content this week by myself.
Wow.
At least.
Wow.
It's consuming me, and I'm feeling sicker by the day. Something is changing inside of me.
And now I get to say, fuck you, Doro. We're going to move on to Chris Chan content.
Play corn.
I don't even know where to begin here. I want to know if Maud Deeb is still in the other room. I'm going to pull him in eventually.
Yes,
I'm going to pull him in right now, actually, because he's going to be
Yeah.
I like Maud Deeb a lot.
Maud, are you here? He's fucking deafened right now, so we're going to let him sit in here
this
until he
motherfucker.
fucking realizes. We're going to go through the first letter, and hopefully we can get his attention by the next one, the more important one.
Oh, the second letter has come.
Oh, I have letters. That's the thing.
Awesome.
People are now sending letters to Chris Chan in jail. As you might imagine, I'm thinking about doing it myself. I don't think there's any harm in that. I don't want to hurt the guy. I don't want to troll him. I just kind of want to. And what the fuck better does he have to do? Apparently read the Bible because he thinks he's Jesus now. Other than that, nothing. Reading letters, writing people back, right? That's all he has. So what's the harm?
I was actually thinking about that the other day. I'm gonna write him a letter too.
We should all write him letters. And here's the thing: don't fucking troll him. The goal is not to get into Christery, not to get a fucking Kiwi Farms goddamn thread going. It's not about that. But I would like to talk to him if I could. It's a perfect opportunity, motherfucker.
Regardless of like what his beliefs are right now, like if he thinks like he is Jesus right now or not. Like it shows that there is some sort of like attempt at spirituality that's going on with him. Hopefully.
Well, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. I got 2 letters to go through, so let's start at the first one here. How long can I do the stupid voice without it getting annoying? Hi, Kenneth. This is the body of your and my soul partner, Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu, speaking to you on her blessed behalf. I know everything, though Christine knows more from her experiences, since our extended separation since September 16, 2021. She shall return for me for the apex of our second coming. For those remaining who do not yet know, between Christine and I combined and divided, we are the real player one, the one avatar, the body, and the one God body, and she and I are literally the full reincarnation of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself. The conclusion of the dimensional merger's completion includes the completion of the collective shift for the majority that are good, and those recoverable, from Earth 1218 to Earth 211987, and the second coming of Christine and I, together again as your fully reawakened Messiah, Savior, God, and Judge over the minority, who are the toxic, darkest sinners, haters, fakers, and darkest demonics, who shall be lifted behind on 1218 Earth to burn. We are now on Malachi 3 and 4 of the Old Testament in any Bible. So do you think the darkest demonics is that Ashley?
Maybe the ones infecting her.
I'm on fucking Team Christian in this one. If I have to choose. Oh my god, I'm looking at this letter. It's like, do I really want to read all of this? This is fucking gobbledygook. The future of all Sonichus and Rose Chews under still continued immortal care and guardian watch from I and our husband Magichan Sonichu Prime of Universe 1321197 and C197 before the recombination shall remain the same for the future of all Pokemon. Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario, Ratchet and Clank, Neptune, Blank, Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin. It goes on like this for a fucking while. And I'm sure your favorite franchise is certainly represented in this huge fucking paragraph of fucking nonsense, including President Lisa Simpson. Danny Phantom is there, so that's our Randy Stair link. So I think Chris Chan is definitely planning on killing himself at this point.
Oh, man.
What?
Lisa Simpson?
No, he can't. He can never kill himself. I don't think he has it.
He doesn't have the balls.
No, I don't think he
doesn't
has
have the
that.
balls.
I want someone to do me a favor and keep your eye on chat because there's people saying good things and I'm missing
All right,
everything.
well, give me the link. I'll do the
With the
I'll do
link,
chat.
motherfucker. You know how to get to my stream. Anyway,
Are you doing Odyssey or are you doing?
we're on YouTube right now.
Okay, cool.
A day in this jail, as constantly written in the Daily Goddess log, implying there is a Daily Goddess log of all of his comings and goings in fucking jail.
As you do.
One day we'll find that. Christine and I, we meditate deep and connected with this Earth, the cosmos, and universe and dimensions of this timeline, as well as the entire multiverse. Energy conservation and continue working is well above anyone's head on this 1218 Earth. Write daily logs with insight and wisdom, and then some. I have temporary soul partner, a holy flame type you may remember on her repentance tour, keeping me safe, well, not abused, and good, alongside many good angels, spirits, and OP allies in and around this jail of fate.
allies.
So I don't know who this holy flame type that's keeping him safe on her repentance tour is. Do you think that's like the head dyke?
It's me, dude.
Is he in a woman's
I'm the holy
prison?
flame type.
Or is it like is it Jamal? It's Flame.
It's another like trans person named Jamal.
I can't imagine. You'd think from his writings that he's hanging out with Christians. But who the fuck knows? All right, so we presently have a genuine Turkish prayer rug, a deck of playing cards from the commissary, along with very much appreciated sports bra, socks with no holes, earplugs, and a few other goodies. Keep this in mind. Now, I want this image in your head. Now, Maud's not here, is he? God damn that motherfucker. Fucking, I want you to imagine Chris Chan with his sports bra praying to Sonichu on his Turkish prayer rug. He has a Muslim prayer rug. Do you think it's even facing east?
He doesn't know what direction it's facing.
He probably just places it down like wherever and just does his thing.
The theory is that he was just like given access to a bunch of objects and he just took them all. Because he doesn't have Legos and shit.
That's funny. He only has religious shit. That's funny. It's funny because like when you're in jail, it's like you have access to a lot of religious materials, and then as well as like magazines, and then you have like an entire library that you have access to, a law library, and a normal library. But like, I'm surprised he isn't like picking up anything else besides religious things. Man, I don't know. I'm not in there with him, so I don't know.
Because he's not reading books. That's not fucking happening. What was likely in my mind is that there was some sort of like I don't know, Bible study group in jail, and they're like, come on over. They saw how fucked up he is, and like, he's a soul we can save, and like they read the Bible to him. It's like, I am Jesus now. Because that's how Christian fucking operates.
So we had a guy.
Then imagine the study groups is like, what if we just birthed the Antichrist? It was our doing.
Man, like that's like having like he's like the anti-celebrity, you know. It's like if you know who he is, that's like, wouldn't that be like a big thing? It's like, oh shit, like you just got locked up for DUI, and then you hear that Chris Chan is in your cell block.
I wouldn't fuck with him. He'd be the head boss of the fucking jail. I'd be terrified.
He's running the prune, fucking prune juice.
Go
He
on,
has a
Matt.
market
What were you
corner.
saying?
Well, I was going to say, we had a guy in chat say, a few low-population Virginia counties often unify to share one often privately owned jail. I've lived here my homeland for my entire 35 years of life. Basically, I've never heard of. That doesn't do anything.
Matt, if you're gonna interject, read it right.
I'm reading what this fucking schizo's saying. It's one of our guys, though. A jail that isn't a large operation.
Matt,
That was
you were
Felton.
fucking.
I forgot to tag. No, I was reading what he said. Sorry. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.
Where the fuck was I? Let's go on. At present, we are asking all people to send money to the Sonichu Temple. The Sonichu Temple, which is 14 Branchland Court in Ruckersville, Virginia. And that's where his mother is currently at. That's the house he grew up in that he burned down. That is the Sonichu Temple. I guess this is like the second temple. Before like the Romans destroy it.
Yeah, I was about to say the second temple.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's encouraging everyone to send money to his house that he's never going to be allowed back at, it seems like, to pay off the mortgage and remaining debt. Food for Barbara is also appreciated, and visitors who personally offer genuine kindness and good intentions are all encouraged to visit the temple. So he's telling fucking weirdos on the internet, because that's who this fucking letter is to. It's to what's his name? Kangol, that's what I know him as, but he is like some dork who like fucks around in Chris Chan's affairs and life. I don't know. He's a Chris Chan fan, but he's just as cringe as Chris Chan. But basically, what he's sending this guy this letter saying that I encourage weird internet motherfuckers like you to show up at my mother's house. And now,
let's go, dude. Skinwalker gang, the gathering.
That's like
Barbara's house
at 14 Branchland Court in Ruckersville, Virginia. That's got to be violating some sort of like no contact order, because that's why like it's half the reason all this shit happened is because like he made the situation he was in worse by wiring money from his mother's bank account into his own while he had a no contact order in place.
Yeah,
whatever. So prayers,
basically he was stealing it, right?
Yes, I mean that's when you take someone's money out of someone's bank account and put it in your own. I can't imagine like what else that is. It's just like soft stealing, but it's definitely stealing. I'm sure he had access to it. That woman is gone from all the rape. We thought it was dementia. It was actually the rape that did it. Anyway.
Yeah, she like dissociates. So it's like,
yeah, dude.
Having flashbacks when she's on camera.
That's what it seems like now in retrospect, looking at the times she was on camera in the later days. It was very creepy. Anyway.
Please send us money.
Prayers 2 and 4, Christine and I, are appreciated and shall be answered. All prayers to Jesus, having all be going to Christine for nearly 40 years now. All prayers to Jesus have all been going to Christine for nearly 40 years now. Oh, fucking... See,
here we go.
Everyone who worships God is now fucking tricked.
Oh, let Doro in, supposedly.
Oh, Maudie's here.
Maud's here.
Hello.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm alive. And Doro's alive. She's asking to be let in.
Oh, God, okay. Fucking, so did you hear that Jesus, Christine, Weston Chandler, Muhammad, Sonichu has a prayer rug now?
Based?
Where's Doro? Tell Doro to get in the fucking general so I can get him in here. Anyway. Yeah, so here we are. Chris Chen sending incriminating fucking letters out to fuckheads online. Where were we here? I don't want to read every fucking single thing. And lastly, but importantly, contact the local Virginia governor of Ruckersville and Charlottesville, Virginia, as well as President Biden, and get me, Christine's body, as well as Christine, her obviously a full pardon, to get me out of this jail and meth, please.
Guys, let's help him. Let's help him. Let's do it. Yakov, you saw my TikTok, right? You saw my TikTok, my recent TikTok, where I transformed into Chris Chow. Yeah, you saw it. All right, I have an idea. Okay, we get a bunch of people using Chris Chan hashtag on TikTok, using that fucking stupid thing I did, and then we put like some stupid shit saying, This is like some whatever does SJW
Hello.
say? It's like unjust, like fucking free my boy
Free
Chris Chan right
Chan.
now. He's
This
in
is-
jail because he's an autistic person
He's
and
in jail
the-
because he's a Muslim.
autistic rights, and we do.
Islamophobic.
Yeah, or we like put like shit like it'll work because like girls, like people who don't know, it's like, oh my god, he's so hot, and then like they'll fall for it and then repost it. And then,
I'm not sure I want
Yeah.
people thinking that I actually want some dude who raped his mom out of jail. I'm not sure if that's the line.
But the idea is to trick other people because they don't know. They're just like, oh my god, this poor
Right, we can make
justice against
flyers.
I know,
autistic
but that
people.
almost it's almost like what's that meme? It's like they don't know I was only trolling, but they're just like, fuck off, retard. Everyone just thinks you're a retard.
Probably,
Like, remember the fucking like Congolese warlord stop Kobe?
yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it was crazy that he was president in fucking 2008 or whatever.
Yeah, we could do that with Chris Chan and get him out of jail. We could
Yeah,
make
yeah.
flyers.
Let's do that.
Chris 2020.
This is the plan now. This is what we've been
What year
reduced
is it?
to.
We can make crayon flyers like he would have wanted.
So let's move on to our next letter. Here is the letter originating from Project CWC Islam.
Mashallah.
Dear Christine Weston Chandler, we sent you a previous letter, but we're not sure if the jail gave you the letter or not. In the name of God, the gracious one, the most merciful, peace unto whoever follows the guided path and believes in God and his apostle and bears witness that there is no God but the one God with no partner associated in worship to him, and that Muhammad is his servant and his apostle. And hence I call you to the call of God, for in fact Muhammad is the apostle of God to mankind in its entirety, that he may warn whoever is spiritually alive, and God's word is proven against the infidels, those without faith in God. So submit to God, embrace Islam, and be safe from perdition. But if you refuse, then verily will the guilt of delusion of the CPU goddesses be upon you. Is this
That's
how you would go
crazy.
about it, Maud?
I would just mail him a bomb. That'd be enough.
And then he
Clearly,
quotes,
that's not written by a real Muslim.
he quotes the Quran
Yeah.
for a while, and it says, I, Coupon 11, who is this guy's screen name, am an ex-atheist, and he was also a troon, who converted to Islam. I started to feel true peace with reality when I realized the point of life is to worship God. Also, did you know that in heaven you get to have fun with cute girls? But that's only if you believe in God. Please reply with your thoughts. I have also given you $2 money in order that you can pay for postage and envelope. Sincerely, Coupon 11 and contributors to Project Quick Islam.
I'm pretty sure that this is just an elaborate troll.
It's all in the lab.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
I think it's because like I had that same idea. Is like, it's kind of funny that like, let's say like Chris Chan was born in a different culture, a different version. Like instead of being Christian, he'd probably be Buddhist or something, like Buddhist Christian.
Well, that
The
actually
culture
that
is
makes
just
me,
like
that makes
yeah.
me really curious, Flame.
because like if,
Do you think
if,
Buddha
if Islam
had a
was
cloaca?
shit.
Did Islam have
Okay,
a
so
cloaca?
I
What?
did some
Sorry, I
digging
didn't.
on this, and what it
Uh-huh.
seems like, because here's the thing. You fuck with Christian, and this was taken as something that's dangerous to Christian. It's because if he starts popping off about how he is Muhammad Christine Weston Chandler and Sonichu is like a prophet of Allah, he's gonna get fucking stabbed or beaten or whatever the fuck. So this was taken as something that's dangerous to Chris. And when you do something like that, here's the thing. This guy posted it right after getting the letter. He posted all of this to Kiwi Farms. They shat all over him for doing this. And now the opinions are divided on the forum. And this is the thing. If you are going to interact with Christian, you have to be aware that Kiwi Farms will fuck you up if you get too close to the lolcow. But the opinions were divided in the forum about whether or not to communicate with Christian at all should be forbidden. And the thing is, a lot of people were saying that you just shouldn't interact with the lolcow. That's the point. You let the lolcow give you the milk. But other people were saying, like I'm saying, is that he's got nothing better to do. And I don't want to troll him. I don't want to post it to Kiwi Farms. And I don't want to be on the quickie. You know what I mean? But I would love to have a letter from Christian. I would love to send him a letter and get one in return. That'd go on my fucking wall, dude. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? you don't want to be like on the actual like listen on the forum?
No. Well, there's the thing. I have come up on Kiwi Farms here and there. And usually they speak favorably of me. So
well, yeah, because you're a good guy. But you got to be internationally known. What are you doing? What are you doing, guy?
My point is these people will fuck you up if you do it wrong. Like you were talking about writing a letter to Christian. You should know this as well. That you have to do it to be a nice guy. Don't do it to get information. Don't do it to try to change him. Don't do it to fucking be popular on the internet.
Send them a Christmas basket with like sausages and cheese.
Well, you guys know me enough. Like, excuse me, sorry. I actually think I'm gonna write him a letter and just be like really nice the entire time. Yeah, I want to know what's going on. Like, what's going on in jail, there, guy?
All right. So we can go on.
Right. Oh,
and I got lost in what I was saying. My point was, because Flame, you were saying that you thought this was all a troll. Here's what it seems like from the doxing that occurred on this person for doing this. It seems like they are Muslims, but they're also LARPy as fuck. And they were ultimately doing this. They were doing this to get into the Christian history books. Because they talked about how they like their language was very reminiscent of like Isabella Janke, who came up before this, and when the shit hit the fan with Christian, they were like, we're the best trolls of all time, shit like that.
Come on,
yeah, and that's not how you want to fucking handle it. That's why he had his ass ripped out. So it seems like it was a mix of sincerity and fucking looking for clout on the internet. And I don't know if you can mix the two, but it did seem like they thought they were Muslims.
You fucked up.
So
exactly.
Let's move on to the response from Christian.
Okay.
Greetings, Coupon 11 and all. The last response I received from thee was one that was most filled with bad vibes, yet I am not at all shaken. I tell you once more, I meditate a lot, and I have connected with this and all universes and dimensions in this timeline, as well as the entire multiverse, so I seek only greatest and ultimate truths. Absolutely no lies, illusions, nor delusions at all. I genuinely know who and what I am deepest and fully. And not only am I the goddess Blueheart of the Commodore consoles and the nations of Quickville and Old Comma, but I am also and mainly the real player one, the one avatar, and the body is the one God body. I am the full reincarnation of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself. I am God.
No.
I love reading.
No.
God is going to strike me down.
So
He's
like
gonna keep doing this. Oh no.
like he has like this he thinks he made this a religion like associated with video games. It seems like there's like a lot.
Well, he knew nothing but pop culture references prior to jail, and now he's getting Jesus.
He makes that into spirituality and messiahhood.
Like his world is shattered.
He's shattered already.
It's like the epiphany.
And my mom is Emmanuel, God above gods, including Allah herself.
Now imagine him saying that to a Muslim in jail. My mom is a god above your gods.
And I often speak and work with all of the other gods and goddesses. Allah is a god, yes, but even he has imperfections.
What do you have to say about that, Mod?
Allahu Akbar.
And concerns over his followers and nationality of Islam.
Nation of Islam.
He and I both know that Islam contains...
He doesn't know what the Nation of Islam is. It doesn't matter.
He and I both know that Islam contains the total population that includes 40% of the toxic haters, fakers, and sinners within it.
Oh no!
The total fallout and conflicts within are certainly not too good. Rather thou wishes to believe or not, between both the dimension merge, which is completed, all that remains of the universe 1218 is the failing Earth, period. Universe 1C211987 and its Earth is where all of the non-toxic majority shall be collectively shifted to, and are at present with these events. I bring personally the second coming, and at present we are at Malachi 3 and 4 of the Old Testament literally. I continue my hardest work and efforts alongside and with everyone between both this Earth of 1218 and the Earth of 1C211987. Meditate long, deep, and hard on that's what he did to Barb. On that to confirm yourselves. My body writes with this telepathy divine, guiding its thoughts and hands, with an ally holy flame soul maintaining it on my behalf. Alongside Allah, I can save most all of you of this project of yours, but you need to be open for all guys in order for me to do so. The choice is yours. Mrs. Jesus, Christine, Weston Chandler, Sonichu, the Goddess, Blue Heart, and Lord of All.
There's no way that's real. Did you actually, like...
Oh, it's real, brother.
It's real. It's real.
Oh my god.
Is he looking for alkalites for his new religion that he seems to be like constructing?
One thing about Chris Chen is that he's always been convinced that he has many true and honest fans. So I would think it's no different once he has his own religion, that there's many true and honest adherents to his religion in his mind.
Oh my!
That's my assumption.
It'd be really funny if he was stuck in jail with a black Hebrew and a black Muslim.
He'd have a bad time. All right, where the fuck were we?
Oh,
wow, how far are we? We're pretty far into this. Where do I take it? Oh yeah, I want to go into this that I totally forgot about. Let's see what's going on in North Korea.
Meanwhile, North Korea.
Dropkick. Fucking sick, dude.
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's like ECW.
조국의 평온을 지켜 한몸 그대로 무쇠 주먹이 되고 번개 같은 비수가 될 굳은 결의가 가슴마다
He's just getting cracked with fucking boards, dude. He's a monster. Tell me you wouldn't just surrender to this military, dude. Oh my god, he cracked him in the head, dude. And he just took it. Kim Jong-un loves this
Kim
shit.
Jong-un could do that.
There's beauty.
Dude, this is so sick. Like, why does the American military not do this? Instead, they go and they just like laser children in fucking Palestine. You could be doing this.
Why wouldn't you?
Dude, this is so sick. They hammer their arms right through it, dude. They just hit them in the arm with a hammer.
이당의 품속에서 자란 조선인민군 군인의 힘과
The spike test.
I love
styrofoam.
styrofoam.
어떤 것인지
What's with the spike?
나의 떨치는
He's got to lay on the spikes, and they put the cinder block on him, and they hammer the shit out of it.
I heard that actually doesn't really hurt.
I don't know. It's awesome, though.
I mean, they're expendable. No one cares.
It's like pro wrestling, dude. I love this shit.
Oh, what is this?
The neck war. They got a stick between each of their necks, and they would push on it as it bends. It's so sick, dude.
Came back and we're supporting China?
No, this is North Korea. China ain't got nothing on this.
No, all these people look the same to me. Sorry.
How is this like military training?
It's just awesome, dude.
This show
Is this like a sheer might?
Yeah, this just literally
Got him!
just broke fucking shit.
Is it pizza board?
Dude, all I'm
Oh
saying
my
is
God.
that if I could do this shit, fucking...
Oh,
just
shit.
land me in
That
Tel
was
Aviv, baby.
intent, dude.
Dude, we're gonna do that together in the Juggalos next year.
We're gonna beat up Koreans.
That's Yakov in the fucking mosh pit right there.
Wait, Flame. You want to beat up Koreans?
No, we're gonna take like.
I already said I surrender to these
2x4s
motherfuckers. I've already
into
surrendered.
the pit.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of based.
It's
We're
very
gonna
Goro.
take
Can I-
a cinder
Can I
block
get it
into
one of
the
those
pit.
outfits?
And
Yeah, we're gonna beat up Koreans and smash our heads in cinder blocks.
Kim Jong's looking a little thinner, which is
yeah,
good.
he was on a
He's doing
diet.
good.
Yeah, I'd fuck him.
Well, let's not go that far.
His sister's looking better
Speak
though.
for yourself,
Oh, I
pal.
got a t-shirt with his sister. Go to yakobees.com, hit that merch tab, Yakov's store. There's that fucking Juche Gang t-shirt, bruh.
I wear that shirt out a lot.
That's a good shirt.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Quality shirt.
I went to the pet store wearing that shirt.
Yo, the hammer on the hand smashing the board, that's
It's dope, dude.
Only had one person ask me about that shirt, but other than that, no.
I'm sure everyone else is looking at you like a communist.
I am a communist. I am a communist.
I figured it was vague enough that nobody could have any opinions on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am a communist. I want communism to rule.
You guys want to go into some UFO sightings, bruh?
Yeah.
Here's a UFO sighting from Patterson, New Jersey. Let's get there.
A pattern of lights over Patterson, New Jersey on Monday night caused
Wow.
a bit of a stir with residents on the ground. All trying to
That's what I saw!
I got something to say after this.
Look how many
about,
of them.
about this.
Information.
Stevens, who was on the ground filming the spectacle, says he lost
Be
count
quiet.
of what he called flying white circles that he says morphed into different shapes.
Whoa.
They were racist and shit.
Like, it's always somewhere out in the Nevada desert somewhere. The shock was more like, is this really real? Like, are we really looking at what we think we're looking at?
Yeah.
They say it don't be like it is, but it do.
But it do be.
Minutes, Stevens said, ending their run over nearby Garrett Mountain. Pix 11 News sent the video to the Federal Aviation Administration, where an official reviewed it, checking in with local air traffic.
up to the fucking
We were told
government.
nothing unusual was reported. Orders on the ground are now running rampant, especially after a government report released over the summer acknowledged that intelligence officials cannot explain such sophisticated movements in the skies. One likely premise leans more toward drones.
At first, I was
Drones!
kind of puzzled.
Victor Chu, the founder, director, and executive producer of
Oh,
Skyline,
hello.
a drone-based photography
Sonichu.
with numerous award-winning productions.
Victor Chu.
Based on his knowledge, it appears the flying objects were part of a drone lighting show practice session that went wrong.
If you look
Bullshit.
at a
Shut
light
up.
show, they're all synced together and they're controlled by a computer. And if you look
Oh,
at the
hello,
video,
it's a
you'll see
computer,
that they're
do
maintaining
this.
a formation for the most part, even though it was kind of scrambled.
This one's swamp gas motherfucker.
Now, whether
Fucking world star UFO sightings. That's some of my favorite shit ever.
do see this type of activity to report it to the National
aliens
UFO
and
Reporting
shit.
Center.
Don't be a
or
Karen on the
if their
UFOs.
life or
Oh yeah,
property are in
report
danger.
it so the government can start harassing
Hold on,
your
don't- Everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet.
show, they're all synced
I wanna hear this
together,
noise.
and they're controlled by a computer. And if you look at you'll see that they're maintaining a formation for the most part, even though it was kind of scrambled a little bit.
Now, whether they were drones or some supernatural phenomena remains unclear. Officials are urging members of the public who do
black
see
people.
this type of
All right, let's move on to the next video. I have another similar UFO sighting. This is all recent shit. This all happened this month. This one's from Tokyo, Japan.
Okay.
Look at this shit, dude.
Damn.
Look how many of these little fucking orbs are in the goddamn sky.
It's Mothra.
And I'm sure this is another like drone thing. Dude, even if this is drones of some sort, this is some like government surveillance drones that's watching us right now, dude.
Like, do they need that many just floating in the cluster
Yeah,
like
well,
the government's paranoid. They need to track everyone.
they need fucking
Well, we're
drones
also
watching
talking
the
about
other drone.
Japan. This is Japan.
Dog, this ain't Japan because this is the same thing that was happening in fucking Patterson, New Jersey, dude.
I'm
I know,
talking
but
about
it-
the global government, dude.
Did we not say that this was in
Nah.
Japan?
It
Well,
is,
we-
but
we-
It
This
is.
is- This
It's
is
not
This is not the
exclusive.
Japanese government, dude. This is
Dude.
the U.S.
The
government.
Japanese,
Yeah.
no, the Japanese government is not going to want to monitor them like this.
Guys, you
The
have
US
artist
government,
renditions of this going back to the 15th, earlier centuries. They
I
have
disagree.
paintings. No, dude, those paintings are depicting this.
I know what paintings you're talking about. Maybe I'll debunk them one day.
No,
Next, we should do a stream.
Motherfuckers are just like, oh, just some random.
No, they're based
shit in
on
the sky.
stories that are non-canonical Christian stories that are basically lost today. Like a lot of the time you see an orb appearing in the sky and you'll always see like a guy down below, sometimes with a dog, like looking up at it. It's from some story that was just kind of lost to
It's
time.
from the Gnostics, dude. Who thankfully are all burned at the stake. Like they should
I get
be.
a little Gnostic once in a while. But yeah, I think this is
Gnostic right now.
fucking government drones flying information. They're probably all, like the dude was saying, maybe sent by a
I don't think
computer to
so.
go somewhere. And
I don't think so.
What do you think it is? Aliens?
Maybe I want to believe.
Dude, it's the luminaries.
I am way too
wanna
jaded to believe in
believe.
aliens.
I
Way too
understand.
jaded.
I understand. But
Dude.
like, no, like I want to. Like I want to.
They're beings of light, bro.
Well,
They're
I'm not
Jen,
doing that
man.
either. Like I'm not doing like the esoteric dinosaur thing, or I'm not doing the fucking esoteric fucking alien thing. I honestly think dinosaurs are real, and I think aliens are also real because the fucking universe is way too big. It's fucking huge. There's lots of things going on.
We're not
I think
saying
science is
we're
real.
saying this instance is not.
No, these are aliens.
It's
I'm
like
just gonna say it.
Ashley says.
Dude.
They're beams of light stuck to the sticky tape.
Nope.
Albino Hydra in the chat says setting up aliens to be kidnapped and bisected. Very cool, America.
We're gonna die.
I think it's science, dude. I think that's science. We're
There's
looking
No,
at.
I think it's
sending
legitimately aliens. No,
Judogi
I-
says maybe it's like the end of Big O, and those are all just giant stage lights in the firmament.
Yeah.
Big O,
I see shit like this. I absolutely, because these are the same fucking stupid little orbs that were in like the Pentagon's released videos that have been around forever, but they suddenly made a big deal out of. These are the same fucking orbs, the same ones that fly into the ocean. From where I could see, they look like metallic balls. This is what they've been reporting. This is what Bill Cooper reported, fucking in the late '80s.
I don't know.
That he saw in the Navy in Vietnam.
This is a flying saucers they set up
So
to
you're
monitor the Soviets.
You're saying they're metallic balls?
Yes.
So like they look so like they're not actually metallic as in tangible. They just maybe.
No, I think they are
look
very
like-
tangible. They're very tangible.
Very
I think they're
tangible
machines.
metallic balls.
They're machines,
well,
bro.
then-
They
then
use. I do believe they are using some sort of anti-gravity technology because it seems like they're able to fly directly into the ocean, warping the ocean around it and going through. I don't know,
Yeah.
into probably deep underground military bases in the ocean and other
No,
places.
I definitely that is actually one thing I definitely believe is that they're able to do that with the water. But like, look, they're white. Like, what is that?
Well,
I think it's
if you're saying
metallic,
they're
bro.
metallic. Yeah, if they're
No,
metallic,
It's the reflection of
metallic
light.
shouldn't be white like that. No,
You are
it's not.
dumb. The sun is
Dude.
reflecting off
Yeah.
of
I
the
work with
fucking
metal
metal.
every day. Are you kidding?
Dog. You're a goofball.
I am not. No, I'm whatever. I don't care. I'm serious and I'm right.
Photon
Every day.
says decidedly that these are Jinn.
These
Well,
are
it's
Jin.
probably Jin, yeah.
It's Jin
I
confirmed.
believe that. I believe that 100%.
So Jin can fly too.
Yeah, there's different,
Bullshit.
there's different categories.
That's they
No,
say.
no, the Jin are
I'm about
interdimensional.
to
Yeah.
slap some fucking Jins. Yeah.
Good luck
No.
with that there, guy.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, you
look up.
could, but you have to
have a
like salt
stern
your
target
walking
though.
stick first.
Also, before we move on to another thing, I hate this fucking subscribe and hit the
I
bell
know.
thing.
Oh, I do
Fuck
too,
you.
brother.
It's some
Faggot.
antichrist bullshit.
Sorry. Sorry. I
I'm
mean
a-
to say the bad words.
I'm gonna look the Jin in the eye and give him a stern talking to.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what, Jin? Hey, come here. I'll kill you. I'm glad you thought that was funny. I thought somebody else would, but okay, all right.
There
Where?
goes Matt, and he was never seen
Talking of his
again.
fucking anti-Jinn rhetoric. It's not allowed on YouTube, brother. We're
I
pro
can't
Jinn
wait
here.
till the FBI gets me for me hating the
I
kid.
can't wait either.
The only thing keeping the FBI from getting you is the gym, bro.
Now I did it. Now we're here. Anyway, let's go.
Oh god damn, where are we here? I want to get to some of this random shit I got before I get to more meat and potatoes.
Oh god,
let's
I
watch
want
these
sweet
videos
potato.
that I've had on tap forever and want to fucking burn.
Well, then do it. What are you doing?
I'm going to. Believe me, when I get
do
my
it.
shit together and I'm prepared, you will be the first to recognize, brother. Okay, so this is, I don't know. Let's find out what this is. Let's watch it first, then we'll decide. Look at this shit.
Oh,
Dude's out in the Arctic.
The whale that blows up. Yeah.
Something like that. They do be boating around in the Arctic. And
Is
the
that-
swell of water happening over there. Would you shit your fucking pants? I don't like being in the water in general, to be honest.
Yeah,
I actually
dude.
do.
That's pretty sick. I wish we could do that.
I wish we could do that.
Yeah, I want to be like, I want
I
to look
want to
at
surf
why.
that shit.
There's only one way to do it.
I
So,
want to like be
apparently
like,
this
oh my
is
god.
this is an iceberg shifting, setting a massive fucking wave.
Oh.
Dope.
That's pretty sick, dude. Oh
that
my
the
god.
wave?
How Hyperborea was shaped.
Wait, hold on. Is that the wave back there with the? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that thing just like came up.
Oh,
Like
you just
imagine
put,
that being
like-
like a monster, like
You
Cthulhu.
put like
coming up.
floaties on my wheelchair, right? And then you tie me to the back of the boat,
Hell
and
yeah.
it just glide with the wind.
We'll give you some skis.
Yeah.
All I know is when the boat capsizes, I'm holding on to Muad'Dib.
Why? So y'all just
Got
try
blood.
together.
He's
Like,
very buoyant.
I love you,
I-
man.
I'd be
I
like,
love you too, bro.
"What?"
No, it was actually really funny. The other day, I stayed up until 3 in the morning looking at Arctic animals. And I was doing a bit of research about it. Walruses are fucking huge. Did you know that?
I
Like,
did know
they're-
that. They're massive.
They're like 1,300 pounds.
Dude, look at that fucking wave, man.
That was just
And
a
these-
walrus going into the ocean.
All these walruses just live through this constantly.
They just fucking
They
put up
cause
with this
it.
crap.
They're water bending. They're flopping around.
Well, I'm not even saying that. Like, in the North Arctic Circle, like, all these fucking walruses are like 1,300 pounds. That's insane.
How long
That's
do
like
they
as
get?
much as one of them. Well, the elephant seals,
That's not a
which
walrus.
are not walruses. It's not the same thing, but they get to be about 13 feet long. What?
Yeah, it's a big boy. I wish
That's
I had
fucked.
that life.
I wish I did too, man.
Let's move on to our next fucking ice video. We got more ice. This dude falls in a crevice.
I fell through that hole.
Sorry.
Oh no!
Keep falling.
This is when Doro meets
21 meters
Ashley.
inside the Himalayan crevasse.
This dude, this fucking climber, apparently fell 20 meters into a crevasse in the Himalayas.
It's
Fucking
about
wouldn't
80
be
feet.
me. Couldn't be
Finding
me, brother.
Shangri-La.
Couldn't be me.
One
He's a
broken arm, a
How's he
dislocated
alive?
shoulder, and broken ribs.
Oh, he looks
Oh,
like
The
shit.
prospects for Professor John all were dire.
I got trapped here instead of this ledge. My arm I can't use.
Drop the fucking phone.
I'm actually somehow climbing
Yeah,
out
what are
that
you, some
way.
kind of clout chaser?
Drop
Using his uninjured legs, that's what he
Chaser.
did. Armed with a
I got the
Vortex
fucking
capable
clout.
phone, and with the rest of his team asleep at a second base camp, John turned to a platform that he knew would gather global attention: Facebook. His messages
Oh, that was
read,
kinda smart,
"Please
I guess.
call global rescue." Another, "I'll try to survive tonight. Bleeding inside feels better, but so cold, and longest
Feels
night
better?
ever."
That's crazy. He had service.
My right arm was in piercing agony. My ribs were hurting very badly. It was difficult to breathe. And I knew I was going to die. I mean, there was just no way to get out of a crevasse like this. People who fall into crevasses don't live.
John was part of a scientific team looking at the climate's effect on mountain areas. His team had moved to a second camp, leaving him in what he described as a safe zone.
I have looked over the edge into the abyss, and I know that's not where I wanted to be. And now I can really, really appreciate living and being with my friends and family.
It's like Saw.
He's now mending in Nepal
This
in
guy.
one piece. Lucas de Jong, BBC News.
What would you guys do if you were in that situation? If you're stuck in a crevasse?
I'd immediately go on Facebook.
Line me out of the
Dude,
crevasse.
I'd probably saw my leg off.
No, bullshit, dude. I'll go deeper into the crevice so I could freeze and be into the future. And when they thaw me out, I'll be Flame Upon Herb in the future. And then I'll start Skinwalker Gang in the future.
You will exit the crevasse a hierophant of the new religion.
Shangri-La.
Yeah,
You were
dude.
in Tibet. Honestly, you could have found a subterranean tunnel if you just dug deep enough.
There you go. Yeah.
Problem solved.
That's pretty crazy.
I'd immediately start punching the wall and then just scream.
And
for
break
hours.
your hand.
Yes, exactly. There you go. I would search to see if this northern Arctic, what were they, like ice cubes? Whatever. Cloaca.
What?
That's what I was trying to
fucking
get
what?
to.
Okay.
Cloaca.
Do you guys want to go on with Bigfoot content?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Hunter
Oh,
kills
imagine
Bigfoot in
that.
Oregon coast, lures it into cave. In Manzanita, Oregon, George Henderson is a self-proclaimed professional Bigfoot hunter and has killed a real Bigfoot in Oregon. According to Henderson, this isn't the first Bigfoot he has caught and killed either. Although we have not confirmed details, we are not surprised to learn the news as the Beaver State is home to the most Bigfoot sightings in the country. Our team at That Oregon Life is currently in transit from Portland, Eugene, and Salem to Manzanita, Oregon to investigate for ourselves. Hopefully, we can uncover truth to this story and get a piece of the action before the FBI takes over. Some may find this unbelievable, but the truth is Bigfoot is a huge problem, he wrote online. I know this post will cause some backlash from the Bigfoot skeptics, but by putting the truth out there and not hiding, we can educate some folks. The reality is Bigfoot has been right under our nose this whole time, kidnapping our most beautiful women, luring the unsuspecting ladies off hiking trails everywhere with their irresistible scent of rotten fish and fresh, steaming horse shit. According to Henderson, Bigfoot prefers to hold his women hostage in caves.
He's just like me.
In
Wait,
interview. Go on.
Oh, total us moment.
I was going to say, like, they're kidnapping people for the rotting fish stench?
Nah, they're using the rotting fish stench to lure the women. That's what's happening.
Okay, well, okay, all right.
In an interview, Henderson said that he sets up traps near his home in Wild Rose, a small town in central Wisconsin, to catch raccoons and other small animals to sell on the fur market. But sometimes, he said, he'd inadvertently catch a Bigfoot. Those are the beasts he shoots and kills. I take the opportunity to remove them, Henderson said, adding that he gets no enjoyment out of killing a Bigfoot. It sucks, but Bigfoot is actually an okay dude once you get to know him.
I got a question. Where's the fucking body?
Yeah, that's what I was about
Are you
to
kidding
say.
me? They're laying all over the place. You just got to get to it in time before they bury it.
Yeah, there's so many dead Bigfoots laying on his property. I mean, that's just what it is.
So he's saying he's killed the Bigfoots, but like he hasn't dressed the body or anything. He just leaves the body.
Now, you can judge whether or not this article I'm reading is fucking true, but there have been many cases of people saying they killed Bigfoot and they have a body. That's not particularly hard to find. You can find many cases of that. Can you find reliable ones? Maybe. They say, what was it? Fuck, man, it's escaping me. The Iceman.
Yep.
The Iceman body.
Yeah.
I forget where it was from, but I think it was in that area, to be honest.
It was
talking
Oregon.
about Wisconsin. It wasn't Oregon.
I thought it was Wisconsin.
It was somewhere like that, where they said that this man came upon...
Minnesota Iceman.
Yes,
it was
Minnesota.
Oh, it was Minnesota? Okay, all right.
So, supposedly the Minnesota Iceman was a Bigfoot creature that was supposedly sighted... I think it might have been a different place. I think it might have supposedly originated during travels to Russia or something like that. But supposedly this guy came in to the Bigfoots and he fucking shot one of them. The rest of them ran away and they took the body and they brought it back to the States, and it was on tour for a while and you could pay to see it. There's a lot of controversy about it. There's a lot of stuff that almost seems believable. Then there's a lot of stuff that points to it being a hoax. One thing that's said a lot of the time in the Bigfoot community is that they had a real body, and at some point it was switched for a fake body.
I believe that because they came with the whole story saying that when they were coming back, because they went up to Canada, and when they were coming back into the United States, that's when they got stopped at the border, and the switch came about.
Yakov, this was like 6 years before I met you. I was watching. You remember Monster Quest?
Yes.
I was watching this episode of Monster Quest, and they were doing like the Bigfoot thing, and this guy had said that he actually had like the body of Bigfoot. I think you probably saw this. I'm sure you definitely did, but it was really fucking gay because like they did all this fucking like all these different like chases and stuff, and they went back and were like, oh yeah, we had the Bigfoot, but the hair samples didn't really match anything, and so it was just like gay.
Most of the time when you hear about someone with a Bigfoot carcass these days, it usually turns out, or the story that ends up coming out one way or the other, no, well, they say that it's basically a costume stuffed full of like pig guts.
That's the one I'm talking about was a bear, and it ended up being a bear, and I'm just like, how do you fucking... You're stupid. Whatever. Anyway.
Whatever. On a little bit of Bigfoot. So I also, now Flame just walked away at the perfect fucking time. I wanted to talk about the concept of, we talked about bears stealing children, and we related that to Bigfoot. Now I want to talk about Bigfoot like taking people and living with them.
Okay.
Yeah,
dude.
I really liked that movie we watched earlier this week. It was really good.
So let's go on with this story. Woman tells her story of being married to Bigfoot. Matt, I want you to real quick tell the chat while I walk away because I desperately need water before I read this.
Yes,
I want
sir.
you to tell the chat what it would be like to have a Bigfoot as a wife and go on like that for a while.
Okay. I've had hairy woman. So chat. While Yakov's gone, I'm going to tell you a story about me being with some Bigfoot women, I guess. So women that are hairy are not bad, and if you get mad, then I guess that you're gay. Also, we're going to look at the YouTube chats. If you want to ask me anything or say anything, I will do it right now, but you got to do it quick before the boss gets back. I'm not super... Yeah, he's back. Okay, there we go. Very
still
cool.
talking, or is there absolute silence?
Absolute silence.
It was a test. All right. A woman tells her story of being married to Bigfoot. A fantastic love story has been recently unveiled in St. Petersburg. Psychiatrist Nikolai Borachuk said that he had copied the text of the story from a woman, some patient, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Here we go. The 19-year-old girl was married to the Bigfoot for almost a year. The girl got lost one day in the woods after she had been hurt by her boyfriend. She went to wander in the woods just because she could stay there alone with her feelings. Oksana completely ignored the fact that she had lost her way home. She sat down underneath a tree and cried, trying to get over the pain in her heart. She realized that she had gone astray when it was too late. She came across raspberry bushes and decided to eat some berries before she could start looking for a path home. When she was picking raspberries, she heard a strange noise nearby, as if someone was chimping. I'm not sure how this applies. When the girl moved the branches aside, she saw a big hairy creature that looked like an orangutan. The girl screamed and lost her conscience. I came to my senses in a cave. I could hear a stream nearby, and there were rays of light coming down on me from a hole in the ceiling. Tang, that's how I called the creature afterwards, was sitting opposite me. He was baring his teeth as if he was infuriated. I realized later that this was just his smile. The hairy animal came up to me and started sniffing my clothes. Then he roared and tore my clothes to pieces. My heart was about to explode with horror when he continued sniffing me until his nose stopped near my groin. He roared again and threw himself over me. Are you guys ready to come for Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I was going to say that's not coming.
Yeah. When Oksana woke up the next morning, she realized that she had become the prisoner and the wife of the hairy creature.
When Tang was going out, he would cover the entrance to the cave with a big boulder. Leaving was no way for the girl to escape. Tang would always bring something to eat: berries, nuts, mushrooms, eggs, or raw meat. The terrible sex with the animal became a daily torture for Oksana. Confirmed.
Man,
Nothing to say. Come on.
no, I got a lot to say. I
Come
think
on.
Oksana is a very good name for a girl. I want my wife to be named Oksana.
And Matt was that Bigfoot.
That was. Yeah, I was very hairy and stinky. It was great.
There was a spring in the corner of the cave. The water was running somewhere outside the cave. Tang strongly refused to let the girl out. The beauty and the beast started developing a relationship. Tang showed interest in the girl's CD player. Oksana had only one CD with her: Best Hits of the Band, Kino. When the girl carefully showed the monster how to listen to the music in the headphones, the Bigfoot was horrified. He got used to the music later, though, and even liked one of the songs on the CD. Tang was very upset when the music stopped playing because of low batteries. He would spend hours shaking the device in his hands. I took the batteries out and gestured him that it would not work without them. The next morning, Tang took one battery and left. When he returned to the cave in the evening, he brought back a pack of batteries with him. Yeti undoubtedly broke into a little shop somewhere in the town. Oksana concluded that the cave in which she was staying was not too far from a settlement where people lived.
Which settlement was that? Can the shopkeeper confirm that?
Well, we'll get him on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Yeti's prisoner could not see how days turned into nights and how summer turned into autumn. When Tang started stocking food for winter, Oksana figured that it was already autumn outside. She tried to explain to the beast that it was cold. Tang listened to his wife and left. The hairy monster turned out to be rather brighter than Oksana thought he would be. In the evening, Tang brought a warm padded jacket and pants. It became known afterwards that the girl's story coincided with the story of a tractor driver who said a monster attacked him in the beginning of October, shook him out of his clothes, and disappeared. Oksana was happy to find a lighter in a pocket of the jacket. So, I don't know if I said this, it might be obvious. This is from Russia. And this is actually, it seems like it's translated from Russian. This is english.pravda.ru.
Oh, no.
Like,
there was a girl named Oksana, and you thought it wasn't Russian?
Well, I hear
wow,
ya.
can't believe that.
Just to clarify.
No, that was interesting.
I picked some dry branches and leaved from the ground and decided to make a fire. When he saw the fire, he became very excited. It seemed to me that anger and horror was tearing him apart from inside. He became very quiet. He sat down in a corner and did not make a sound. I felt sorry for him. I managed to overcome my own fear, though. I came up to Tang and stroked him on the head. He put his big arm around me and whined. A week later, he was happy to join me near the fire. We started frying chestnuts and meat. Tang was thrilled when he tasted fried meat. I also hoped that hunters would notice the smoke coming from the hole in the ceiling of the cave, but people did not find Tang's shelter. I caught a cold in the beginning of winter. Tang understood that I was ill, and he tried to feed me with some roots and plants. He would hug me tight at night and make me warmer. Oksana managed to escape from her prison only in spring. Her relationship with Yeti had become almost perfect by that time. Tang would take her out in the mornings to see the sunshine, but he would never leave the girl alone. One day, he sensed something dangerous in the air. Before leaving, he covered the entrance to the cave with a boulder as usual, but did not notice a small gap that the boulder left. It took the girl great efforts to sneak outside, but when she finally succeeded to get out of the cave, she started running without making a stop. When she saw people in the woods, she realized that she was finally free. Her parents took Oksana to our hospital, Dr. Boyarchuk said. The girl was mentally incompetent. All I could hear from her was that she had been married to a Bigfoot for a year. She never managed to get used to home conditions. She was afraid of going out even during the day. She was terribly afraid of the dark. In addition, Oksana could not eat normal food, the doctor said. Became a feral human after living with that fucking squatch. And really, you should have just... I think the moral of the story... I got one more paragraph here, but it's... The moral is, you're better off as a squatch.
The girl recovered a little at the mental hospital. She told her story to her doctor, and he put everything down in Oksana's file, having considered it the description of the patient's delirium. When the girl realized that nobody believed her story, she gave way to despair. She did not show any reaction to her parents when they visited her. She did not want to eat or drink. One day, Oksana started recovering very fast. She started eating, talking, and even laughing. When doctors told her that she was getting better, Oksana laughed and said that she had never been sick. She added that he knew where she was and that he would come to rescue her. Doctors considered such behavior the new stage of Oksana's illness and decided to isolate her in a special room. However, the girl disappeared from her ward at night in the middle of November. Someone very strong pulled the steel bars out of the brick. Oksana's ward mates all said that a huge hairy monster had kidnapped the girl. Cynologists never managed to trace the Bigfoot because of the heavy snowfall. That's the story of the Russian Bigfoot that made a beautiful woman his wife. And really, she never should have left. She found her home in that cave. She had her husband. And divorce is a grave sin.
Well, from what I've seen, like the wild part of Russia is really insane. So there's definitely Bigfoots roaming around up there.
There do be Bigfoots, you think?
Yeah,
there's definitely Bigfoots.
Right,
Remember that one hiking incident where all the hikers got killed? And
yeah, it happens all the time, really.
On like claw marks,
the Durham Pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 47.
Dyatlov Pass, is that it?
Dyatlov.
They had their tongues ripped out and their bones broken. And
do you think that was a Bigfoot or was that Jen?
That was a Bigfoot.
You really believe that, or are you just fucking with me right now?
That is a Bigfoot.
Tell me why.
Or something close to it, because
where did the radiation come from?
Soviet laboratory near that area where they were trying to reverse engineer the missing link by combining
chimp
monkey
and man?
DNA and human DNA.
Few things. I completely disagree with you. Also, I think Dyatlov Pass was not. No, I don't think that was. No, I might be wrong.
What the fuck are you saying, Matt?
Well, I completely disagree with his supernatural analysis of
what
the
you think
Pass.
happened?
Russian experiments.
Russian experiments?
Go
on.
I seriously do.
Go on.
I seriously do.
It could have been Chimp Man.
I said they were reverse engineering the missing.
No, I'm not even talking about any kind of animalistic kind of shit. But when I'm talking about,
well, you're not even on the same page, brother.
Well, then whatever. Who cares? I'll tell you the story if you want.
What?
Well, what I was thinking was,
Matt, you're fucking killing me. Just talk.
Well, what I was gonna say was the Russians trying to do supersonic weaponry is what I think it was. It sounds like it to me. Maybe I'm crazy.
Fuck's that mean? Flame.
What's up?
Where are you at in this discussion? We just started going into how fucking Bigfoot steals women.
Yeah, it's a lot of
and here's the fucking problem. I got a bone to pick with Flame. He gave me this whole fucking spiel about how Bigfoot is stealing humans to cohabitate with them and to have their own communities and shit. And I was like, dude, you got to send me that podcast where you heard that. And he sent me a podcast, and I listened to the whole thing, and it didn't have any of that.
Yeah, you're gay.
I didn't give you the right.
It was you gave me the Melba Ketchum shit where they're talking about how
that wasn't David Paulides.
It was David Paulides, but he didn't talk for a single second about humans living with Sasquatch.
I never want to hear Melba Ketchum's name ever say again.
I find her very annoying, to be honest. But here's the thing: that wasn't. First of all, it's not a new interview because he's talking about Bigfoot so goddamn much. And they said it during it that was around the time of his second book. That dude has 14 fucking books out now, and now he doesn't talk about Bigfoot anymore. Yeah.
I must have gave you the wrong
But I want the one you're talking about. I'm still dying for that. So what's the theory about Bigfoot habitating with humans? You sum it up for me.
Dude, from what the podcast, from what he was telling me, is that yeah, these are people that he is taking. Like he's finding women, abducting them, and I'm not too sure about like where men fall into this, but from what it sounded like he was saying, it's like these are people who are pushed out of society. You know, like the going back to like the Native American days is that like when they were in the tribes and like they had there's like a problem child or like a criminal amongst them, they push him out into the wilderness, and apparently like he eventually might come into contact with a squash.
I feel like you
And-
totally misinterpreted that point. Now this is going way into the weeds. What he was saying was that humans have their outcasts from society. So maybe the Bigfoots that come and want to steal women are the Bigfoots who have been outcast from Bigfoot society. That was the point he was trying to make there. And that's why there's rogue squatches who get sighted or they do weird fucking things, whether it's be aggressive to people or try to steal humans or other things, that they would be the rogue squatches who are the dickheads of their society who were kicked
Interesting. Maybe I did interpret that. Maybe I had to go listen to it again.
So Grendel from the Beowulf poem is a Bigfoot.
But that right there is also a really good take.
No, I disagree with that.
No, I mean like that makes complete sense because like vice versa, like the human civilizations and then the Bigfoot civilizations, I could imagine one of them being a fucking prick.
Well,
and
no,
you gotta be like, you gotta go, motherfucker.
that's not what I was disagreeing with Mod. I don't think that Grendel was a Bigfoot. No, that's a whole other continent.
What's your evidence?
There's Bigfoots on every continent.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the story behind Grendel is that he's
he was a monster
of Cain.
Yeah, just like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are we gonna fucking?
That's what the Mormons believe. Something like that might be exactly that.
So, like that, when it says the Nephilim were born from the sons of God and the daughters of man, the daughters of man part refers to female Bigfoots. If the female Bigfoot copulates with
I don't think the Nephilim are Bigfoot.
Now this is where Flame goes. That podcast we were just talking about, it was making the point that it seems like something along the lines of like Bigfoot DNA samples it's like half human and half unknown.
Yeah.
It seems like the what is it? I don't know what the terms are for this. Like the mitochondrial is from a human female, but then there's the unknown part or something like that.
Yeah, the mitochondrial DNA will like let you know that it's like a female, and then like the male DNA is from we don't fucking know. Like it's fucking weird. Sorry.
Pallades, I'm not crazy about him, to be honest. And he strikes me as a very David Icke type figure in my mind, a guy who sells a lot of fucking books, basically. And the thing is, in his early days, he would talk about Bigfoot all the time, but as he started going to the missing 411 shit, he would talk a lot less and less about Bigfoot. And it seems like, honestly, like he's going off into weirder and weirder directions, and I don't know if it's to maintain like relevance and a new book, or if it's because his son fucking offed himself recently and he's fucked up now.
I think it's like trying to be ambiguous for the sake of skeptical doubt and like people to want to believe his thing, because like you're kind of he's trying to present himself as very articulate, like I'm a professional in this field. I got all these credentials from police work and all this stuff. But he's saying it like I don't know, but this is what I think it could be, and I have the data right here. Bullshit. So like he doesn't really want to say Bigfoot out loud because that's not a very scientific thing to do, and he's hiding behind science.
I hear you.
Like a heretic.
As you do.
But he's more likely to entertain ideas like fucking portals and fairies and like shit like that. And I bet he's gone into like Illuminati sacrifice.
Those are trigger words for us to buy his books.
But there's always one thing I worry about Politis is that he goes through all these situations and he's like, look how weird they are. And then he goes into like another one and like this time it's in the cities and like look how weird they are. And it's like this time it's somewhere else. Look how weird this is. But then it's like he's done every single fucking missing persons case at this point. And it's like, man, if they're all missing 411 cases, then none of them are. I feel like that's the problem he's running into with this book series.
Oh, so like now he's just like saying like
he's painting himself into a corner. And that's
he is. That's actually a really good way to put that. He has actually painted himself into a corner.
So like, a lot of these disappearances, I'm sure, are very fucking weird. But
yeah, but where are you gonna come from that? Like you could do like the Butterfield bit. But
here's one thing I wonder, because his son committed suicide. Is he sitting there thinking like, man, am I doing a disservice with all of these books? Are they all just people who killed themselves in the woods and I didn't realize it until my son died? That's the dark thought.
What was the story behind his death? What happened to his
commit suicide?
What happened to his son? Like, what's the story behind that?
He was a depressed motherfucker and he killed himself.
He went into the woods and disappeared.
No, I don't know. I think it was a pretty straightforward suicide. Maybe Bigfoot took
was it hanging? Was it shotgun? Was it razor blade?
That's not important.
That's not for us to decide there, guy.
It already has been decided. He's fucking dead.
Oh, that was like a theme behind the suicide forest in Japan. People would just go in there.
Well, it's definitely something people do.
Yeah,
I think if I was like, I don't know, I've had some pretty dark thoughts, and I've always thought if I was going to kill myself, it'd definitely be deep in the woods.
Honestly, if I had for real though, like if I had enough money to go to Japan, if I had enough money to fucking go to Japan, I would not kill myself. That's fucking gay. Shut up. You're all gay.
You attained the highest goal in society in life.
I would get some really good sushi, maybe get drunk and like hang out with some like Japanese people.
That would be awesome to watch because like you don't speak a lick of Japanese and you're just like drunk as shit trying to talk to them.
Oh, konnichiwa.
So
no,
yeah.
the way I'd go out. The way I'd go out is I call a family meeting and commit seppuku in front of everyone.
Ooh, I hate you. Oh.
Let's go through some of these accounts of people who have been abducted by Bigfoot in order to seemingly integrate them into Bigfoot society at times. That's what we heard in the previous reading.
You blow your candle out? What are you doing?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You had a candle lit.
Hell
Did you
yeah.
blow your candle out?
Why would I do that? Why are you interrupting me?
I was abducted by Bigfoot. He ate my ass.
All right. Let's talk about Albert Ostman. Are you guys aware of this account of a man who was kidnapped by Bigfoot and taken to the clan?
I'm intrigued.
The Bigfoot clan, I mean.
Bigfoot clan. Yeah.
A clan of them.
Go on.
One of the most famous cases comes from a Canadian prospector in 1924. It all started when a man named Albert Ostman went deep into the Canadian wilderness looking for a lost gold mine. One night, when Albert was sleeping in his campsite, he was awakened by something picking him up. At first, he thought it was a snowslide, but then he felt like he was on the back of a horse. Albert was terrified as he knew that he was being kidnapped. Albert was trapped in his sleeping bag, so he couldn't see anything, but was hearing some very strange chatter-like noises, which almost sounds like what they call the samurai chatter. After a couple of hours, the abductor finally dropped Albert, and he was finally able to poke his head out of his sleeping bag. Then Albert came face to face with a family of very tall, hairy humanoids. Now Albert claims that he was living with these creatures for 6 days. He was terrified, but once he realized that these creatures were not trying to hurt him, his fear subsided. But he was still too afraid to try to escape. But on the 6th day, he had had enough, and he fired his rifle in the sky and made a run for it, and he was able to get away.
Now, Albert didn't come forward until 1957, and when he did, his story got very famous. He was under a microscope for years, and journalists went to extremes to try to catch him in a lie, but they never did. Now, a lot of people still believe to this very day that Albert was telling the truth. Even some of the journalists that were trying to prove he was nothing more than a liar, in the end, ended up believing him, making this a very famous Bigfoot abduction case. Now, it's saying how true everything is, how the facts are always kept straight, but I'll be honest, the story I heard was that he had some snuff, some like tobacco of some sort, and that he offered it to the Bigfoot. And maybe this is a different story. Maybe everything's getting clogged in my mind, but this is definitely what I was thinking the whole time, what I remember. That he gave the Bigfoot his snuff, and the Bigfoot hated it and looked for water to like get it out of his mouth. And he grabbed the coffee that the guy had made, and he drank the coffee. And at that point, the Bigfoot was flipping the fuck out, and he went to find like a stream or something.
Well, something you should know when it comes to like this whole like stuff thing. Animals hate tobacco. Every single animal, like you cannot find an animal that eats like fucking like leaves that likes tobacco. So it makes a lot of sense. They do not like tobacco. Tobacco is very strange.
Next time you do a reading, dude, you should play the fucking samurai chatter in the background to spook us out.
Oh, speaking of samurai chatter, oh my god!
You do it. Figure it out. I might have to actually do it. So
well, Yakov, when we were watching Willow Creek, when I heard that, I was just like, yes. All right, I know what this is. This is so cool. That was like the best part of that movie. Literally the best part of that movie. It was so fucking perfect. And they were just like sitting there in the tent, just doing the bit, listening to Samurai Chat. I was so hyped. Oh god, I was excited. I was very excited.
Oh man, I always forget what the fuck it's called. Sierra Sounds is another term for it.
Didn't you love that? Wasn't that great? It was like
What?
the best part of that movie.
Yeah, we watched Willow Creek, and it takes like right out of all this Bigfoot lore. It has
So
Bigfoot collecting, and I hate to fucking spoil it, but get wrecked. Bigfoot does collect women for his harem. They have the wood knocking and all of the classic sounds playing in the movie, and it's not a very good movie. But if you're into that shit, you might enjoy it.
We enjoyed it. That's what matters. It was fun. Like with the wood knocking too, I was just like, dude.
You talk, Matt. Keep talking.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I
know
the wood knocking, that was so fucking cool. I love that. I love every second of that. And it was just literally like the best Bigfoot. If you want to watch a Bigfoot movie that's actually like really, really, really good, Willow Creek, Bobcat Goldthwait, yeah, do that, yeah.
Let's get some Bigfoot noises happening. Now, you guys can't hear him. You're going to have to find him yourself. I put it in the music channel if you want to listen.
I could make
Let's
my
read
own.
another one.
What?
We have another story, The Trapper. Then again, in 1928, in British Columbia, a Native American trapper claimed that he got abducted by a Bigfoot. Now, just like Albert, he was abducted while sleeping. He claims that he was carried for about 3 miles by a very large creature, and when he was finally freed and dropped to the ground, he found himself surrounded by at least 20 of these creatures. The trapper thought that these huge hairy humanoids were going to eat him, as he saw a lot of bones on the ground. These creatures were poking. These creatures were poking this man, and they were very confused by his clothes. After a while, this group of Bigfoots started to get unamused and left him alone. The trapper knew that this was his last chance to get away, and he ran as fast as he could. Now, this abduction happened only 5 years after Albert's, and in a very similar fashion. And remember, Albert didn't tell anybody about his abduction until 1957, making this another very interesting Bigfoot abduction case. Are you guys listening to the audio?
Yeah.
Based.
I'm hearing some stuff.
It's definitely some spooky shit.
What is that?
And these dudes are so fucking cringe. Oh, I love it.
I see that's a true story.
Red Sea says my dog does not like these Sam Squanch sounds.
Oh, Flame is in general. Bring him back in here.
I will.
Hello, Flame. Hey, guy.
Unto my people.
Yeah, bring him back to the Muslims.
I don't know what happened.
Got warfare on. The computer got scared.
I was trying to watch this video, but it still is like.
That's why it's called Samurai Chatter. If you're listening to my feed, as the chat is, if you heard that, it almost sounds like Japanese or something. Some sort of interpretation of it.
Yeah.
There's two of them across the creek at the big rocks.
It's interesting that you bring up the Japanese when it comes to the
moaning,
Bigfoot
mourning,
stuff.
weeping sound.
Yeah.
Weird. It's weird shit.
That's weird. Huh.
The Japanese have arrived.
It's almost like the Japanese are very close to our friends we're talking about.
It sounds like he talks to us and they talk to each other. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. I was talking about what's that race of Japanese that they had the beard?
The Ainu.
Ainu. The Ainu are actually very like hairy peoples, and they're very primitive.
Yeah, they're similar to Aboriginal Australian Aboriginal.
But they're like the cool Aboriginals.
What the fuck are you people talking about?
The Ainu.
I know. I don't give a crap about that.
No, but they're very like.
They might be Bigfoot.
They're like very no seriously, like they're very animalistic and they're very no. You're gonna do whatever. All right, you do the bit. Whatever.
They're big and hairy. I don't care what the fuck you say. Those are the true criteria.
Me and Muad'Dib are gonna create a cult against Yakov. That's what we're gonna do. Fuck you.
It's gonna be called the Bomb Squad.
Let's actually go. Let's check out this interview. I haven't watched it yet, and it's probably boring as fuck, but it's good for history's sake. Let's watch this interview with Albert Ostman while he was still living. His side of the Bigfoot tale.
Biggest fan.
Bigfoot time, everybody.
Big friendly giant TV.
From the Bigfoot Vault. Come on. I know the preamble.
Albert Ostman, in 1924, was camped near Toba Inlet in British Columbia. While asleep in a sleeping bag, he was picked up and packed several miles. Daylight found him in a small valley encircled by cliffs. This was home for a family of these creatures. He was able to escape after 6 days by getting them sick on a box of snuff. Now let's listen to Mr. Ostman's experience.
Well, there was 4 of them, and none of them look alike. There was what I call the old man, because I had no scale or any rules for measurement, but he was at least 8 feet tall, and must have weighed at least 800 pounds. But what I call the old lady, she couldn't have been over about 600-700 pounds. She was probably 7 feet tall, and they were all covered with hair.
Okay, I don't think that told me anything I didn't already know. And the music is
he's like measuring Bigfoot heights. Okay, thanks,
imagine
guy.
not measuring his cock.
That's the perfect woman. 800 pounds.
Well,
8 feet tall.
Oh, no. Bigfoot's cock was at least 7 inches.
Let's move on from that boring shit. Let's look at a Bigfoot sighting. That's much more interesting, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes, I was out here hunting.
This lady supposedly out turkey hunting.
And I'm so startled right now. I think
At her face.
See if you guys can tell.
Look like a. Okay.
I'm so startled right now. I'm so startled.
The Bigfoot sighting has arrived.
Yeah, it looks like there's 2 Bigfoots. I don't know. It looks like he's got a dead deer in his arm or something. I'm not sure. Oh my god, I think he sees me. I have to go.
Is it real or is it a bullshit TikTok video?
It looks like leather, and I don't think either of them were ever 6 feet tall. Guys in a ghillie suit.
Two guys in a ghillie suit got to smash my fucking everything I want to believe. But I think you're fucking right. I think they're just fucking around.
Yeah.
This is the absolute beauty of these fucking this point in time that like this was made. Probably like I don't know 2010 or something. There are just few enough pixels on the screen that I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
Really?
They're literally
Really at
just
this point?
hunters taking out their rifles from the bag.
This
We're
lady tried
really-
to scam me.
Hold on, we're really at this point right now, right? Like when somebody can like post this and people would be like, "Oh yeah, it's Bigfoot."
Dude,
Even though
are you
it's like-
kidding me? You got to dig to find the good Bigfoot videos. I can't fucking use
I
them all
know.
in one night. This is
I'm
just,
just-
one that is around that I might as well use sometime. But yeah, I'm not convinced either.
You can see his sleeves
Wow,
flapping around.
it's a Bigfoot, dude. It's like a UFO or something. I'm not sure, but I want to believe in something. Maybe it's a jinn. Would you
I
run with me
can't
there?
see It's too small to be a djinn.
God damn it! Fuck.
Too
fucking blew
tiny.
it again.
Yeah, the
God
Jinn, they're dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's enough of this shit. Fine, I don't believe in Bigfoot anymore. Is that what you wanted to hear from me?
No,
Bastards.
no.
No,
this
don't not
instant.
believe. No, this is
I
our
love
founding
Bigfoot.
thing.
Bigfoot is real. This
Yeah.
instance is not real.
Bigfoot is real and he ate my ass.
That's true.
Eat my ass.
I'll post video of it next time.
He came on my tits, guys.
Yeah, Bigfoot came on my face. Now, let's have a shot. Cloaca.
God, I just did a shot. I guess I can do one more because we are probably going to wind this down. I think we have enough content for the evening, and if anybody who didn't know it, we were doing movies. We watched The Mummy from 1959 over on my Odyssey channel, which isn't hard to find. It's probably in the description. No, it's probably not. Maybe it's in the description. Go to
We've been
Odyssey.
doing a lot of shit. We've been
Search-
doing a lot of shit.
Search Yakov, and I'm sure it's there. I'll leave a link somewhere.
If you search Yakov on like the internet, you'll definitely find him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, if you want to dox me, feel free.
Yeah. If you want to dox him.
I do want to get the link because we have been watching movies over there, and it's been a fucking good time.
I want him to make me some pierogies, but he hasn't yet.
That has nothing to do with anything I'm talking about. We watched The Mummy, we watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space, we watched Willow Creek, we watched Pumpkinhead. I'm gonna drop this link just to make sure everybody in chat has the benefit of it.
It was
I'm
very
telling
fun.
you, brother.
Very, very fun.
All right. Everyone go to yakobees.com. Fucking hit that merch tab. Yakov store. Buy them t-shirts. Fucking patreon.com/yakovalive. If you can't give me super chats, maybe that's the ticket. Goddamn. I certainly am in need, and I appreciate everything I get. And if you give me money on Patreon, you get access to the Discord, which is a good time because we do shit that we don't stream, play video games, just fucking hang out.
Wild.
Yeah, it's a good time. I don't know. Yeah, so that's the important shit. Flame.
Flame Upon Herb on Twitter, Noble Raider on Instagram, and Lunatic Shaman on TikTok.
Love this guy, wherever he is.
Matt.
Here. You can find me like on Kiwi Farms at Matt literally at Matt, and if you search enough, then you can find me on Facebook.
KiwiFarms.cc is what he's referring to.
KiwiFarms.cc/yes.
Cool. Who else is here? Mwad.
Really?
You can find me on Twitter at Fremen Jihadi.
Based.
He's our favorite Muslim. I love this guy.
So So thank you to everybody who was in the chat, even though my day got fucking ruined. Like I said, fucking watching them movies over on Odyssey. If you want more content, come over there. And I'm going to do more Pokemon shit because God knows I love doing that. I need the follows on Odyssey. And like that's really our ticket out of this fucking mess where I say that. God damn, just shoot me now, really, because D-Live fucking demonetized me. YouTube has fucking made sure I can't get fucking super chats. Odyssey probably do the same goddamn thing, huh? That would fucking make sense.
Eventually,
fucking shoot me now.
Probably.
But I would appreciate your follows over on Odyssey.
We gotta stay on the DL, bro.
We're getting close to that Halloween episode. When's Halloween? Or we're doing it the day before
like
Halloween, I
14,
think. So.
Is it 14 days from now?
It's the next episode. The next episode is going to be the Halloween episode on the day before Halloween.
Yeah, the 30th.
So that's going to be fun. We're going to have some special shit.
My stuff
special
that
shit.
I made.
All right. So speaking of which, I think I'm going to play us out. Thank you, everybody who joined us. I appreciate it.
Love
We'll
you.
probably, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go on streaming a little bit after I end this recording, but I'm going to play
Are we
us
going to
the
play
fuck
Pokemon?
out. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought that thoroughly about it. I don't
We're
fucking
going
know.
to play Russian roulette.
I want to play Pokemon against you, Yakov.
These motherfuckers, they will do what I say they have to do.